Good morning, everyone. Today we are hosting a whole day session for a mindset in real estate, how you can get success in real estate. So mindset is very important. So today we have a jam-packed room and almost 50 people are going to join from Zoom. So stay tuned. You're going to learn a lot today. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
How would you like to explain eXp in one word?
It's a great opportunity, and I think we just need to recognize that. So I would just say that, as you're here, just keep an open mind and just come with an open mind and see and listen what others have to say.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Hi Rashmi ji. Thanks for coming here. आप eXp को कैसे बताना चाहेंगे एक शब्द में?
Lots of opportunity, not only real estate, not your only on your business. You can go on a next step.
Hey Daniel.
Hey, how are you?
Good morning. So how would you like to explain eXp in one word?
New, progressive, expanding, I don't know. A lot of things we can explain it as. But yeah, we're working on getting new people to join the team. That's kind of the idea. Obviously want to build our business, so that's where we're headed.
So what you are going to learn today?
Bringing new people that actually know how to, do this job, productive people, positive energy, so that's kind of the idea for today.
Thank you so much. Thanks for being here.
Thanks so much. Enjoy.
Hi Gaurav, good morning.
Good morning.
Thanks for being here.
Thank
so how you wanna explain eXp in one word?
Oh, in one word. It's hard. There are so many meanings that we can take out of it, right? Exceptional. I don't know. There's so many words. You can start from eXp and they're all positive.
So what do you think you are going to learn today?
Oh, well, it's an agent attraction session today. So how you can help other agents and get more people on board.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Hey Paul, thanks for being here today. So how would you like to explain eXp in one word?
A good team atmosphere, a lot of support.
Okay, so what do you think you are going to learn from today's show?
Being able to connect with the clients.
Thank you so much. Thanks for being here.
No problem.
Hi Rajveer, good morning. Thanks for being here. How would you like to explain eXp in one word?
Good morning, Vikram. I'm good, thank you. eXp is this is definitely exceptional. No other brokerage is like this. It's iCloud, it's cloud-based. You can have support virtually all the time. I would say, most of the time during the day. Thank you.
Okay. So what do you think you are going to learn from today's session?
I've attended past 2 sessions and I've learned a lot, trust me, and I'm sure that I'm definitely going to be a different person when the whole session is over. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thanks for being here.
Thank you.
Good morning, Nike. So welcome for this session.
Thank
so
you.
how would you like to explain eXp in one word?
Terrific. I think it's the best decision I've made.
So what you are going to learn from today's session?
I think what I'm trying to get from here is the agent attraction tips and tricks and revenue share methodology of eXp and how to grow your revenue even when you're sleeping on your bed.
So how's your experience with eXp so far?
I think Ritesh is one of the most motivated, progressive individual that I've ever met in my life. And the likes of him can also be seen in people like you. And I look forward to working with him for a very long time.
Thank you so much. Thanks for being here.
Thank you.
Shubh, thanks for being here today. So how would you like to explain eXp in one word?
Very professional.
So what you are going to think you are going to learn from today's session?
I guess what I want to learn is, apart from whatever we know about eXp, how we would be able to help better in the real estate fraternity and how we can educate other realtor fellows that they can come to eXp and be benefited out of whatever technology benefits eXp is providing.
So how's your journey with eXp so far?
Excellent. I can't complain because we have worked with Remax earlier, and the kind of solutions, the kind of professionalism, expertise that the backend team provides for eXp, as well as the technology enablement is exceptionally good.
Thank you so much. Thanks for being here. Have a wonderful day.
My pleasure. Thanks.
Thank you for the people who are came on time. One thing I can promise you today, if you would be here physically and mentally, this could be a turning moment of your life. I can promise you, because we have planned a lot of stuff to educate you, train you, tell you. It's more of would be experience of the people who have been successful in this model, and it's not only about eXp. So we would be discussing about how eXp is a true disruptor, what is the evolution of brokerage industry, which is very interesting to know. You might have seen this video before also, but today we'll try to analyze it more. And then pipeline versus building a pipeline versus doing a daily work. So why somebody start a business and what is the ultimate objective of doing a business or building a system. So we would be discussing about that. Then I would be sharing with you the highlights of Cabo 22 event, which we went in March, and from where actually we learned a lot from the top producers of eXp. Then Build 22 Dala event, which is Dala's event, which is on 23rd, 24th, 25th of August. So we'll be discussing about that event also. Then the future of real estate and eXp. He's Michael Walsard. He's the eXp global head, and we should be knowing about what's their plan, what they're doing internationally, and what's their long-term vision. So it's around 20-minute discussion. And then the model explained. Here, this 1 hour, I would be sharing a typical presentation with you, what you are supposed to do step by step when you are explaining somebody eXp. So it would be a step-by-step presentation. And then about, of course, Home Optima, unlisted space. Today we are going to discuss about that also, because we are opening our platform for assignments and the property which are not listed on MLS. So today we will be discussing about that. And second half we would have Mike Gerbic session. Mike Gerbic would be coming on Zoom. He is billion-dollar agent. So we all are down on of him. He is right now, I guess he is at some 1,000 or maybe more agents and making a revenue share almost. I think he was telling last month it was like 250,000 or 300,000 a month. So he's at that level. He's retired actually. Retired both ways. Yeah. So yeah, so it will be good to hear him. Then we will be discussing at 2:30 about go-go training, invitation, objection handling. A lot of people have all these questions. How do I invite a person? There are some objections always you keep getting. So how to handle that? Then social media tips. Pavneet has shared some good tips with us, and he would be presenting it here. And onboarding process. So after you join eXp, or somebody in your rev share, if they join eXp, what is a proper onboarding process you should follow? Because we cannot do onboarding of each and every person. You all have to be independent and know how the process works. Most people leave eXp because they don't even know what to do here. Most people leave because they don't even know to whom to contact for what purpose. So this is the biggest challenge here, because this is a online brokerage, and we are not very acquainted with this cloud-based system yet. Although we have accepted Amazon, we have accepted Uber, we have accepted Netflix, where there are no physical offices or centers. We would accept eXp also in future, but you need to know how to do that. Then follow-up strategy, and another small 7-minute video I would like to show you that might even change your perspective of life. Business of 21st Century. This is by Robert Kiyosaki. So there is a big book on that, and I would be sharing a small video of summary of that book. Then your blueprint for attraction in 24 months. If you really want to be financially free, what we are going to plan in next 24 months and how to do it. And it's not my slide. I would be sharing somebody who shared with us in Cabo and literally got free in 24 months. So step by step, what should do monthly, what should you do weekly, what should you do daily, and some like 15 minutes a day can make you financially free, but you have to do like that. Then last but not the least, life cycle of real estate agent by our favorite Sukhvinder, and he would be explaining in detail whatever I missed in this whole presentation. So I'm writing here 5:30 to 6, but it can go long also. Yeah. So that's what I kept it in last, so that those who have stamina still at that time continue to hear. But yesterday we had a great discussion with him. He had a content for I think 4 or 5 hours actually, but I have requested him to put everything together and try to deliver. So let's start. Are you ready? Excited? So today is typical pure agent attraction or team building session. I'm not going to discuss anything other than that. And we all need to understand this whole process because there is a reason you all have came to eXp. Maybe you came only for maybe Team Ryan or whatever. But today you will learn something new. And yesterday we were discussing, today you will actually learn about what is the power of eXp. So first of all, 8 reasons to become a real estate agent. And now there could be many people you must be knowing who are in a dilemma whether they should become a real estate agent or not. And this is for those people who are still doing part-time or they have lessons or they are planning to have lessons. There are so many people, but you see there is a potential in them. So the biggest reason, eXp, real estate agents, why should you become a real estate agent? Not college degree is required, as you know. You make your own hours. So you work on morning 8 a.m. till 9 or whatever time you decide. You want to work on weekends, you want to work on weekdays, you decide. This is the only profession. If you see any other profession, even if you see doctors, there is a time. You see a shopkeeper, there is a time. Any business you go, typically there is a timeline. But in real estate, you decide your timeline. You don't want to work on Thursday, it's absolutely fine. You want to have a holiday session, nobody stops you. So this is the only business where you can literally decide your time. You can work from your home. And in eXp and after COVID, people have learned that. So you need not to have an office, you need not to have a big setup. You can work from a home from a laptop and trap MLS, Home Optima, follow boss system, and you're good. Flexible dress code, you need not to wear always formal. You can, some realtors who are, of course, luxury, they do luxury or commercial, typically they are always in dress code. But most other realtor, if you go somebody's house, based on the relation, you could wear casuals and all, and it's acceptable, absolutely. You never stop learning every day. And I hear this from the people who are in the industry from 40 years, 50 years. They also keep saying, every day we learn something new. And this is, because, in some businesses or some professions, once you learn, there is a suggestion point. In real estate, every day there's a new learning. And new projects come up, you see different floor plan, this is a new learning for you. Different deposit structure, different market strategy, different tools. Every day there is an evolution happening. You get to see incredible homes. Now, this is one of the reasons Neha is in eXp, because in real estate, because when you go to the houses, show to the clients, you also get an idea, oh, this also exists. Maybe you might have a motivation at that time and you try to, think, okay, if I have to buy this, what should I do? You decide your own income. As I said, very interesting, you decide your hour, you decide your income also. Some realtors make more than, you might not even believe, without teams, more than 2 millions. $1 million agents are a lot, maybe couple of hundreds or maybe 1,000 also in Canada. So there are many agents who make zero also. Almost 80% agents don't make anything, just keep in mind. So this is a business where the failure ratio is highest, but successful people are also at peak. So now, what is the difference between a failure and successful? Of course, we have done sessions on that. Today we'll be discussing something on that. You get to meet new people every day. So this is another interesting thing. You keep getting new clients and you always prospecting is on. You are getting referrals and all, and you're meeting new people. If you like to meet new people, this is a business for you. Now let's come to evolution of real estate brokerage in North America. And I have a small video for you, and this is very interesting. And each and every point what she's discussing. So this is basically starting from 1970s when traditional brokerages started, then 1980s what Remax brought a change, then 1990s and 2000 what Keller Williams did, and what eXp is doing now. So you should know this because this is a part of a journey. And again, what differentiation we are doing, why eXp is going to be a very big disruptor.
Hey guys, it's Tina Call here. Today we're going to be talking about why eXp Realty is the fastest growing real estate company our nation has ever seen. Stay tuned to find out more. So, eXp Realty, where did they come from? How are they surviving, and are they sustainable? If somebody would have shared this information with me 4 years ago when I was first approached about eXp Realty, I would have been sold. But the reality is it wasn't presented correctly. In fact, I didn't understand why this little internet company with avatars was growing as quickly as it was. But this history lesson is a must if you're a true business professional that's looking to grow your business. So the first thing we have to understand is, what were brokerages charging before? Well, the original brokers back in 1908 started with 50-50 commission splits. Every agent paid 50% of their earnings to the broker house. Come along and follow us into 1970s, and guess what? Remember those little yellow and brown jackets, those Century 21 agents? Century 21 came out in the 60s, but they dominated the 70s. And what did they do different? They offered agents a better commission split. I believe it was 70-30. Then you've got the little red, white, and blue balloon. You know that company? RE/MAX. RE/MAX was birthed in the 70s as Century 21 was dominating. RE/MAX was the new brand in town. And guess what? RE/MAX started to dominate the 80s because they were offering 95-5 splits. 5% sure as heck sounds better than 70-30 or 50-50. So RE/MAX was the new game in town. You look at 1990s, who dominated then? The Realogy brands, Coldwell Banker, ERA, Sotheby's International. All of these companies were grouped into one brand called Realogy, which they dominated in the 90s. Then you've got Keller Williams. Keller Williams was birthed in 1984, but it took them 15 years to get into name recognition in the hearts of agents in the early 2000s. Keller Williams dominated. Why? Because they changed their structure to a flat capping system where the agents knew that when they worked at Keller Williams, they were only going to pay a certain amount, and then they were 100%. Not only did they offer the 100% model, but they offered profit share, which was a little sliver of the company after all the bills were paid, all the salaries were paid, all the coffee was accounted for. The little crumbs at the end, the agents were able to disperse into something called profit share. And then finally, you've got eXp Realty. Been around for a decade, but you've probably heard about it in the last 2 years because all your friends are joining. So what is different about this company? Why is it a disruptor? When you think about all of these companies dominated each decade, the only difference was these companies were just making the splits to agents better. That was it. Nothing innovative, nothing different. Same old brick and mortar, same old traditional solution. But eXp Realty is different. They saw where things were going with tech, everything moving to cloud-based solutions. Airbnb, Uber, Netflix, these are billion-dollar companies that don't own brick and mortar, that are changing the way people work, live, and play. So when you look at how these industries were formulated, you've got the international. So every company started with an international brand. Then the international owners divided the country up into regions, meaning that one or two people could own North and South Carolina region. They would have to pay for the rights to sell franchise contracts to franchisees. So those franchisees would buy into the RE/MAX or the Keller Williams or the Century 21 office. They would take all the capital risk and buy into a $250,000, $300,000 old business model. And then those franchise owners would have to come along and find the recruiters, the staff. They'd have to pay for the building or lease it. And then at the end is the agents. We are the true MVPs. We are the gasoline that helped grow all of these this infrastructure. What eXp Realty did was they got rid of the regions, they got rid of the franchisees, and they got rid of all the overhead and the staff. They moved the agent from the bottom all the way to the top and helped the agent become the owner. How did they do that? Well, when you collapse a traditional model and get rid of all the debt and the regional owners and the franchise owners, now eXp Realty can take that money and share 50% of company dollar with the agents that actually help grow the company. So why is this working so great? Why are there 2,000 agents a month joining eXp Realty? Well, there's 5 disruptors. And what are those 5 disruptors? Stock, revenue share, leads, training, and healthcare. The first thing we're going to talk about is stock. Guys, this is changing the way that we are earning and making a living. Just in the short 16 months that I've been here, I was able to get 2 stock awards that are worth over $120,000. That makes me an invested owner. When somebody joins eXp Realty in Australia, woohoo, I'm cheering. Why? Because I own a piece of this company. So I am more vested in making this company great. The number 2 thing is revenue share. Off the top, just like the owners of those billion-dollar companies, now us little agents at eXp, if we help grow the company, we share the message and people join through us, we are getting rewarded just like the owners. Biggest difference is 0 capital risk. I didn't have to pay $250,000 to buy a franchise. I don't have territory agreements. I can pretty much bring an agent on in Canada, down to Texas, all the way over to Hawaii, and it doesn't matter. So I have more scalability. Leads have been amazing for our company. We've taken a $12,000 of debt off of our books because we've changed over to their system, which is free. So that's been amazing for us. And then training. We have agents in the company doing even more than me. So I'm training and mentoring through them. And then the agents under me that are trying to achieve what we've built are mentoring through me. So that helps keep us together. That's the glue that keeps the company growing. And then lastly is healthcare. I have a young woman who came to our company just because she didn't have cheap healthcare, single mom, and eXp Realty's healthcare was able to cut that in half. So when you think about the evolution of real estate, think about why us agents are so important to the brokerage and why eXp Realty is now growing, because it gives us the same ownership opportunity. If you have any more questions about eXp Realty, or you just want to talk through some of these ideas and see if it's a good fit for you, reach out below, hop onto my calendar, and let's get to know each other better. Talk to you soon.
So what we have discussed, if you see, we have discussed evolution from 1908, 60s, 70s, 70s, and you know what other brokerages have done, they have just increased the revenue, like percentage of split from 50-50 to 70-30, 70-30 to 95-5, and there are some brokerages who still offer 100-0, of course they make money in some other way. So this is typically what brokerages were doing. They were never thinking of the agents. Like agents become the brokerage, or the brokerage share the profit. This has never happened. So Keller Williams was the first company who did that. And if you know, Keller Williams is still the #1 company with respect to number of agents, still. And eXp model, actually, if you know, the owner of eXp came through Keller Williams only. So they have actually improvised Keller Williams model. The model of Keller Williams was profit sharing. So the model was whatever money company was making, at the end of the day, they were sharing the profit. Now, profit is very subjective. Profit, you know, I could say this is my expense, this is my, you know, it's very difficult to determine. So what eXp did, they start doing the revenue sharing. So revenue, you know. So basically, if somebody is making 80,000 gross commission income, you know, this is the revenue. So that's the revenue. So 3.5%, you know, 2,800. There is no gray area in this. Second thing, they gave you the shares. By giving you shares anywhere in the world, if company is growing, you are indirectly getting a benefit. You are making benefit. You are the shareholder. You are the partner in the company. So these are the two major big things. And of course, 100% split after 16,000 icon award and all that is, again, there are more things to discuss. But these are the major two disruptors which eXp is doing, which nobody else is doing. And this is a reason, you know, and of course they have different model. So they have region, franchise, staff. There is a debate always. Can Remax follow eXp model and tomorrow start the same thing? No. Because they already have this model. They have regions. They cannot scrap the regions. They cannot scrap their franchisees. They are working on this model from last 50 years. So this is a true innovation or true, you know, disruption they have done. And Tina Cole, maybe Vikram would like to tell something about her. I forgot to introduce her before I started them. He knows quite well her. Would you like to tell her about her? Tina Cole?
So hello. So good morning, everyone. So Tina Cole is running
Along and find
one of the biggest team in North Carolina, and she's very successful and very active on social media. So we are going to discuss a lot about social media. What is the power of social media? I would like to share one story regarding Tina Cole. So we were all like Ritesh, me, Sukhvinder, we were all in Cabo in March. So I was just passing by, so I spotted Tina Call was sitting on the table. Even like 12 people were sitting on the table, but I approached only Tina Call. How? How should I know her? I have never met her, but how should I know her? I knew her because of social media. So I stepped close to her, introduced myself, so we had a good chat. I had a chat about Sukhvinder as well. So, and I stressed this thing there as well, like I said, like how I know you. Even her husband was sitting there, Kevin. So I said, like, you 12 guys are sitting here, but why I approached her? Because of social media. So know the power of social media. So it's very powerful. So from there, like, we became good friends, or like, you can say we
Go to Vikram's Facebook, he has some good photos also.
so we know each other, we can say. So like, this is one thing, power of social media. Second thing is leadership. You have her, like, speaking her skills, her personality, how she put the things into other people's mind. So most important thing I can say, like, we should know the power of eXp. So she tried to explain, but like, I have seen this video might be 50 times or 100 times, you can say that, but every time when you watch this video, you learn something new. So in one shot, you cannot take the message in 100% that way, the way we should take it, because it's the evolution of industry. How the industry started organizing in 1908, and how it evolved, and how Keller Williams became the #1 company in the world, and still it is today. But soon eXp will surpass Keller Williams. So evolution is there. The people who see, like, even we talk about taxi business, it's no more. The people who used to own airport taxi plates, what they used to think about themselves, like they are kings, they are gods, and they are not going to go away, right? So evolution is very important. So stagnation is always bad, and we can say the mankind is evolving. So we should keep evolving as well. Always should be open to new ideas. So this would be a great session, and definitely you're going to learn a lot from this session. So stay tuned and stay open. Whenever you feel sluggish, have a caffeine, have a coffee. So you can raise your hand, but stay active. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Okay, so now I'm gonna share with you a small video, maybe 3-minute video. It would actually, you should be able to correlate, especially a realtor, because and again, Sukhvinder will discuss in detail in late evening about this. How exactly what we are doing, we are daily basis, we are talking to client, making them phone calls, prospecting, showing them houses, closing, then repeating the same process, repeating the same process. Only there are few people who take an initiative and they open a brokerage or they build a business. But most people, they don't never build a business. Most people never build a system. They every day, not even realtor, any doctor, any accountant, anybody, or even the people who are doing the job, they are doing the same thing on daily basis. So this is a small story about building a pipeline versus a work daily. This is very interesting actually, and you should get a deep message from this.
Let me tell you a story of two friends, Pablo and Bruno. Pablo and Bruno were young and ambitious. They dreamt of having their own house, a family, and living their life in wealth and peace. So they got jobs, carrying buckets of water from the river to the village fountain. They were ecstatic. The job paid well, and now they had a way of making their dreams come true. But even though they were young and buff, the river was far and the work was tiring. Bruno said to Pablo, "Dude, don't worry about it. We'll get used to the pain. Plus, one day we'll be able to buy whatever we want." But Pablo didn't agree. There had to be a better way. Pablo told Bruno about an idea of transporting water from the river without breaking their backs or wasting their time. It would be hard at first, but it would pay off in the end. Bruno laughed. "That would take months, years. Ain't nobody got time for that." And so months went by and Pablo continued to work on his pipeline. Bruno and his friends laughed at Pablo. Bruno bought new clothes, dinners, and even a new donkey for his wife. So every day Bruno trudged out to the river and every day the bucket seemed heavy. Pablo worked on the pipeline and every day the village became closer. And after much time and dedication, Pablo had finished his pipeline and now was able to give water to the village without any effort at all. The villagers lined up and cheered Pablo for his work. What a hero, this guy. Bruno is older and bearded now, and the heavy buckets have taken their toll. He can't carry as many buckets of water anymore. He was out of a job. Pablo, on the other hand, was now rich and successful. He now had a continuous stream of income and had plenty of time to spend with his family and doing the things he loved. He told his friend Bruno that he had planned on building more pipelines and offered to help build Bruno one of his own. Eventually, Bruno built his own pipeline and they were both able to stop working and spend the rest of their lives with the friendship and the pipelines they had built. Pablo and Bruno secured a river of cash. Now you have to ask yourself, how long are you going to work a 9-to-5 job? How much longer can you settle for 5 days off a year? Win back your life. After all, you only get one. Are you a bucket carrier or a pipeline builder? We're building a pipeline. Come build it with us.
So basically, the message of this small video is most people, they keep doing their daily work, and there are some people who start building a system. And it's not only building team or real estate. You can correlate in any industry. Some people, they start thinking out of the box, making Airbnb, making Uber, making all these big companies was also an idea. And when they started, most people said, like Uber, when they went to their first fundraising, the investor literally laughed and they came out. They said, what is this idea? Same happened with Airbnb, same happened with all these people. So when you start doing something different, most people will criticize you and most people would say, this is not possible. Nobody else has done it. How can you do it? How can you build a system? How can you run a brokerage without, literally getting a brokerage or whatever the traditional way of getting a brokerage? So, and this is what something you need to understand. Initial few months, few weeks, few years, you might even feel, oh, nothing is happening a lot. Like some people used to tell me, I had 4 agents. I had 3 agents. I made 12,000 this year. Is it a big deal? It's not a big deal. Now, what is big deal? Let's try to understand the power of...
Let me tell you a story.
Let's try to understand the power of revenue share. Most of you have seen this before?
Many times.
Many times. Okay. Anybody who could tell what does this mean by expansion share and what does this mean by exponential share?
I came to learn this.
Yeah.
Ask anybody to explain this paper.
Yes. Anybody would like to explain this?
Please come forward and...
Yeah, please. We would like to make it interactive. We want to know what you know about this. And anybody can try. It's okay.
Can we just talk about it because I have not seen it before?
Oh my God. It's big. Okay.
I understand the concept, but I don't understand what it's trying to say.
Okay.
I will put up questions. Like I have lots of questions about this.
Yes.
So I'll start with this.
No, I would start with somebody who want to explain a bit.
I don't think anybody
Basic, like what is this? What is this table?
I can explain.
No, I don't want anybody who lives with Sukhwinder need not to explain. Anybody live in that 30 Eglinton office? No.
Please, yes, come forward.
He didn't explain it.
Or you can.
I
No,
don't
so.
know.
Hello.
Okay, so basically it's a typical, I would say, multi-level revenue share. So active personality recruiter agents means if you have one agent, you would have 3.5% share. If you would have on the second leg, so it's like a leaf node structure. I don't know if some of you are from the IT background, you would understand that. So once you add different people, they would also start accumulating some funds and give you, it's like a tree structure. So once you would have 5 people on the second node, you would have 3.8% coming. Then if you have third leg, which is 10 plus people, then you would have certain X amount, so and so forth. So I think that's what it refers. I don't know.
Okay, so basically you're talking about hiring some people and having them on your downline, this, that.
Yeah.
Okay, tell me one thing. Let's talk about Simiji. Since how long you are in? I'm just asking. Since how long you are in real estate?
2010.
Okay, when you joined real estate, how did you get to your brokerage? Somebody introduced, or you just did some Google? How did you go for your first brokerage?
Just went by the name.
Okay, but anybody told you about that name or anybody? Okay. How many people, once you join your brokerage, first brokerage, before eXp, do you remember if you liked your brokerage, telling some people about that brokerage?
Everybody was screaming all the time. All was crying. Oh, it's industry.
No, that's okay. That's happening in all typical brokerage. I'm asking, by any chance, did you speak about your brokerage? Somebody asked you about your brokerage. You said, okay, this is a brokerage I work for, and some people might have joined that brokerage because you are there.
Yes, there was one brokerage that was a boutique brokerage, and the broker of record had technical background, and I was very happy. I recruited 5 agents there, and I got 5 thank yous. That's about it.
Okay, so what happens? What happens? Anybody who is into the profession, if you are doing, let's say, quite well, or even if you're not doing well, or whatever you're doing, most people start asking you where you are, what you're doing, how's that? And directly, indirectly, you become a reason to bring many agents to that brokerage. And if you see, there is a survey, I'm not having the official results, 70% of the agent join a brokerage eventually because they know somebody there. Like they know, okay, this person is there. So they just take an opinion, they say, the person says, okay, it's good, it's fine. I'm doing good. Or sometimes you join because the other person doing so great, you think, okay, if I join this brokerage, I might do great. So these are the major reason people, join a brokerage. There's no big reason. Of course, there are some reasons they try to find discount brokerages, the people who are part-time. Some people try to find who is the $1 per day brokerage, whatever. So there could be many reasons, but these are the main reason people are not very, don't do that much research before they actually join a brokerage. So what eXp says, and we'll discuss the message of Glenn Stanford, who is the owner of eXp. Once to join eXp, you need a referral, you need a sponsor. You cannot go to any area direct broker of record. There is no system where you go to some office. When you join a brokerage, you go to broker of record. You say, I want to join the brokerage. They give you some package and they join you. Very simple, very easy. Typical brokerage work like that. If brokerage is big, they will put a manager. The manager will do the same thing. Do agent get any benefit? Other than thank you, most likely no. There is one brokerage who give $100 coupon card, something. There is one brokerage I know. So these are the maximum benefit you get, but you don't get a long-term thing or you don't get a serious income. So what eXp does, what eXp says, and we will discuss this, of course, bit in detail when we do the eXp. So let me try to show you here. And of course, this is part of when we discuss with agents. So what eXp says, when you introduce somebody to eXp, and now try to understand, when you introduce somebody to eXp, they need to put the name of the sponsor, they put your name as a sponsor. Whatever revenue they are making, 20% goes to eXp. There is a limit, 80,000, unless you're part of a team. 80,000, 16,000 goes to eXp. From that 16,000, from that 20% which goes to eXp, 3.5% goes to you. Why? Because eXp appreciate you because you brought somebody to the system, so they are sharing the revenue with you. This is called revenue share. So if they make 80,000, you get 2,800. After that, neither eXp get anything nor you get anything. So basically cap is hit. Now what happens? Let's say this one person you bring let's say 5 people. Now this person bring 1 person, this person bring 2 person. This can happen. Like this person can bring 10 people also. You cannot stop that. Now this is called level 2. This is level 1. This is level 2. Now what is difference between level 1 and level 2? eXp still pay you. eXp still pay you. If you are at level 2, you get 2 income. one is the share, what is second the exponential share. I'll discuss that. So what is base share, what is exponential share? But at second level, the first level you get 3.5% of the cap amount, which is 80,000, which is 2,800. Second level you get 0.2% of the cap, which is how much? 160, 80,000. Plus you can get this also. Now this is called exponential share. How you get it? And most people in this room, since we never discuss in detail, don't know about this. Once you have 5 front line qualifying agents, and we'll discuss what is FLQA. Think once you have 5 direct people with you at level 1, once you have 5 people like this, you have 5 people. Now once you have 5 people, anybody who join you at second level, or even if you have 5, even if 2 people, let's say once you have 5 people, anybody join level second, whatever the person is making up to 80,000, from that 20% eXp pay you 4%. Now, this person, whenever do a transaction, this person gets 3.5%, they're level 1. This person get 4% from this person. You understand? So, 4% and 3.5%, 7.5% is distributed at level 1 and 2. Yes?
In case somebody doesn't reach to the cap.
It's okay. Even if the person make first commission of 10,000, let's take a very easy example. This person make a commission of 10,000, 2,000 goes to eXp. From that 10,000, 350, which is 3.5%, goes to the first person. 400 goes to second person. So 750 is divided. Even if they make single $1 in cents, you will be getting that amount. So the person need not to be on cap.
So this money is settled annually?
Every month.
Every month?
Yes.
Ritesh, the question now, if you have only 2 people at the front line, and if they start having the tier 2, like if they start to recruit their own FLQA, right? So does that apply 2,800 plus 3,200?
This is interesting. So what eXp wants, and this is again, you need to understand. If you add this up, this plus this plus this plus this plus this plus this become 20%. Don't you have anybody trying adding this? If you add all this become 20%. If eXp distributing 20%, what they are making? Nothing. No, this doesn't happen. So they want to see the true leaders who make money. So by chance, if you get a Ritesh, or you get somebody who bring 100, 200, 300 agent like Sukhvinder or anybody, what eXp want to make sure that you are helping other agent also to do that. So they want 5 people to get the full benefit. So you will get at level 2 this amount, irrespective whatever people you are at level 1. So you have, let's say, 1 person in level 1, and that person is expanding like crazy. So you will make, from that person you will make 3.5%. Second level you will make this, third level you will make this. This money you will get irrespective. But to get this exponential share, which is the bigger share, how you are making 100,000, 200,000, 300,000 a month, 400,000 a month, you need to get this kind of income. If you get this income, then you need to have this many front-line qualifying agent. And today we'll discuss how do we get that. First, you should understand what are the numbers. Yes? Yeah, so first of all, we need to understand how does this impact, and now I'll show you a projection. Let's say if you bring certain number of agents and they bring certain number of agents, what level you can be, and today we'll be discussing about those people, how they've done it, and of course we are meeting with Mike Gerbig at 2. He will be telling his story. You'll understand that. So now, any questions on this point?
Do you have any waterfall model to show us?
Yeah, I'll show you.
If you just flip back to that other view that you had. So my question is, what happens in case there's somebody in the chain, let's say they leave eXp?
Yes. So no difference. If somebody leave eXp, doesn't make a difference. The person will remain at level 2 with you. The level 1 become empty and eXp come in that place. So the person will remain the same. There is no difference. If somebody leave or remain in eXp, doesn't make a difference to you. So basically 4% is the cap at the level 2. So let's say the person, the cap is 80,000. So 80,000 this person make, 4% from the 20% of eXp, which is 3,200 you will get. This person will get 2,800.
But that is for one person. Suppose the other person is making another 80,000, so you will get.
Yes. This is the power, and now I'll show you the power of that. Yes.
So if somebody is at level 7
No, that's what it is. Not everybody would be able to qualify this. And then technically if everybody qualifies, no. But normally what happens, 50% of revenue goes back to eXp because most people don't even work on this, don't even qualify. So only 50% people qualify, and that's what, if they see the calculation, 50% money goes to the agent, 50% remain with the eXp. But if that's the case, yes, technically it is possible that 100% money goes to agent. That's possible. If everybody has 40 people, 40, think it will be in billions agents.
So Ritesh, you mean to say you should have 40 agents under you, like you personally have to have that?
No, you need not to have. I'm just telling you, if you really want to see this as a...
No, exponentially to grow, you should have that.
Yes.
Irrespective of what your downline is.
Yes.
So once you have 40 agents in your downline, immediate downline, then after that there is no point having more agents. Then you should.
Yeah. See, okay, this is a very typical question we keep getting. How many agent we should have or we should not have, and even to have 40 agent, it will take time. Most people who are top producers, they have taken at least 2 years to 3 years time to bring 40. Some people have done it in 6 months also, by the way. Mike Shirard, for that example, I'll share his example. He did 111 agents in just, I think, 1 year. So there are people who are very, very active in social media, they have done it, but typically it takes time. So that's what we call it as a retirement plan for 2 year, 3 year. And that's what today we are going to discuss, how do you have 40. But once you have 40, it will take time. It will take time, and you need to be in a hurry. This is pipeline building business. You cannot do in 1 day 40. Impossible. But to run a brokerage, you need 100 agent. If you don't have 100 agent, show me any brokerage today. If you don't have 100 agent, you will be in loss. So if you can have 100 agent for a brokerage, why don't you have 40 agent? It's not a big deal. It's not very big deal, but it is a gradual, slow process. Let me take more questions. Let me show you one projection model that would help you to understand more. Then we take more questions. Yes, please.
So you showed the previous slide. So for example, if an agent has 5 agents in the tier 1, right? So to earn the rev share, all those 5 agents has to meet the cap?
No. Not at all. So once you have 5 agents, there is a criteria for qualified agent. They should have 1 transaction last 6 months. That's what eXp say active agent. You cannot just sponsor passive agent and see, they are very smart. They have built the system such a way you need to have agents, you need to build a team to get the maximum out of it, and you need to keep those agents active, like 1 transaction in 6 months. If they are not doing 1 transaction in 6 months, they are inactive at that time. But whenever they do a transaction, they are active for next 6 months. Okay, so once you have, let's say, 5 qualifying agent, whatever they are doing doesn't make a difference. Even if they are making 4,000 is good. They need not to be on cap. Whatever they are making, they're fine. I think minimum criteria is 4,000. So if they make more than 4,000, they are qualified agent. Once they are qualified, then you are getting the full benefit of level 2. Once you have 10 agent, you're getting the full benefit level 3, level 4. And now let me show you guys this, and then I'll take more questions. I have a question right here. Yes.
I want to stop you here. You said your tier 2 and tier 3 levels, right? Do you have to qualify for each level, or just the numbers? 5, 10, 15, 20?
Any 5, any 10 agent, any 20 agent, any 40 agent who are doing 1 transaction last 6 months.
So that's for sure. Because my understanding was different.
What is your understanding?
So my understanding was the tier 1, and I have 5 people, and my friend like FLQA have 5, then they have 5.
No. Once you have your 40, you're done. You're getting all 7 level. Whatever they're doing, not doing, they have downline, no downline, no problem. And again,
40 should be direct.
Yes.
So if I have a 2 and then they have 38.
Then you get the benefit of level 1, 2, 3.5%. Rest 38, since you have not qualified this, so you will not get this. So you will get only this of that those people. You still get something.
Yeah, but
you still get something.
You have 5 minimum.
Yes.
So to get all the levels.
To get the full benefit level 2.
Okay.
You need to have 5. Then you need to have 10.
So it's just the numbers, right? So just the numbers are increasing, right?
Yes. Okay, now guys, so let's say you have all the knowledge about the product, the system, the concept, and you like it a lot. What do you think in 2 years time, 3 years time, 4 years time, let's say 1 year, let's start with 1 year, let's not talk about 2 years, 3 years. How many agents you think you would be able to attract? If you put some effort, like it's not No effort. You're putting some effort, serious effort, like maybe directly, indirectly you're prospecting. 5 agent? Okay, let's start with 5. Easy case study. And those 5 people also bring some people? 2 each. So let's say you bring 5, some people will not bring anybody. Some people will bring 10, some people will 20. This will happen. This is even after this presentation, some people, and this is natural, like this is not unnatural, this would happen. Some people would take it very seriously and they would start building their teams. Some people will say, okay, it's fine, it's good to know. Maybe I'll build team, maybe I'm not. Some people will think, okay, fine, let other build it. One day I will start building it. But eventually every realtor has a vision to have their own team, their own passive income, and we'll discuss in second half in detail. And again, those people also 2 is easy example. Some people bring 2. If I give my example also, I brought let's say 18 people, then there's 18 brought 40, and this is happening, 40, 80. Although in our team, most people don't even know this power, still they're bringing. So let's say 2, 2, 2. So what's happening? You bring 5 people, 5, you attract 5 people. We use this word attract, and there are a lot of people using downline, upline. We'll discuss in second half what to use, what are the right words. So 5 bring 2, 10, they bring 2, 20. So essentially you have 635 agents total. How? Because 5 bring 2, 10, 10 bring 2, 20, 20 bring 2, 40, 40, 80, 80, 160. So if you add everybody, and if you see, you are getting the full benefit of 5 people, which is 2800 into 5, 14,000. Level 1. Level 2, you are getting full benefit because you have qualified 5 agents. So 3200, which is 4% into 10, you are getting 32,000. Level 3, you have not qualified for exponential share yet. So you are making only 1600, 3200, whatever. But level 7, you are making more because when you keep adding people and 0.5. So in total, you are making 249,000 a year. If this happens, you bring 5, they bring 2, they bring 2, they bring 2, they bring 2, you still make, this is a serious income. And what you're missing, you are missing almost 1.5 million because you have not qualified for level 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So this is what you are missing, going to eXp back, and this is what you are making, 249,000. But 249,000 is also a decent income, it's not a small income, but you are missing a lot because you are not qualified up to 7 level. Now, if you have any questions, yes?
Because how are you not qualifying for the later level?
Because he has only direct 5 people. Only 5. Because you brought only 5.
I see. If it had been 4, then you were not.
Then you are not qualified for level 2 also, then you are making less amount, and then this amount comes down to 175,000, and then you are missing big amount. And let's say if you have qualified all 40 agents, you have all 40 agents and they bring 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. Now you are not missing anything. Let's say this happen after 3 years, 2 years. It will take time. I'm telling you, it will take time. Let's say this happen after 3 years, 4 years. You brought 40 agents and they bring 2, 2, 2. Your organization size would be 5,000 actually. And there are thousands of examples of this. There are so many agents who have 4,000, 5,000, 1,000 plus 2,000. 17,000, 16,000 people, because somebody has 17,000, the next person under him would have more, like less, but again they are part of his revenue share also. So you are making 14 million a year, which is 1.1 million a month.
If everyone reaches the cash.
You are bringing only 40 agents and they are bringing 2 each.
But everyone has to reach the cap, right?
No. Okay. So cap calculation I have done. Typically, I have taken transaction size as 600,000, 20, yeah, typically I have considered most people are hitting the cap. So if I make average transaction, let's say 5, so some people will not hit the cap, then still you are making around 1 million a month. So this could be such a serious income if you do it in proper manner, if you know the basic how it works. Now, do you have more questions on this?
Yeah, so after 40, there is you will not get anything.
After 40, you need not to have, but you want to have 50, you want to have 60, you want to have 100. Like Mike Sherrod will discuss today, he has 111 direct. Gogo has more than, I think, 100 plus agents. So more direct you have, there is a possibility, because you are getting up to 7 levels. So you are getting up to 7 levels. So anybody who is coming at level 1, they can have 6 more levels. So more people at level 1, you benefit. But anybody who is up to 7 level, once you have 40 people, you are not losing anything. You are actually making everything, and which could be 14 million. Yes, sir.
Can you just double click on the fact when somebody leaves, you said eXp replaces, but what does that mean in terms of?
For you, there's no difference. Let's say you have somebody at level 2. This person leave eXp. He has introduced level 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So this level become blank. Anyway, you are not getting anything from there. So this amount you will not get because the person has left eXp. Although even if people leave eXp, they have so many transactions happening later on. They still revenue share. There are some people who left us last year, let's say. I'm still getting revenue share because their closings are happening now and the revenue share is going to eXp and they're paying you back. So even if somebody leaves, you keep getting unless their last transaction is paid. Let's say their every transaction is paid after 3 years. So this person, let's say this person leave eXp, but they have a downline of let's say 50, 60, 100 or revenue share of 100 people. This person leave, you're not getting income from this particular person, but rest everything you're still getting. So for you, there is no difference.
If someone lives in the first day, then it will have impact on us.
Doesn't make a difference to you.
No, let's say there are 5 people and one leaves.
Even if, okay, this is a good question. Even if somebody leaves, if they have done one transaction, they are qualified, still they are FLQA. Okay, this is a very good question actually. So what happens, somebody joins you at level 1, they do a transaction, they get commission, they get qualified and now they leave. Even if they leave, still they will be there because for revenue share point of view, they have already done a transaction, the commission has come. Even if the second commission has come, you still have those person active, showing active in your FLQA. Guys, there are a couple of things. The people who have spouse, who have family members, this could be done in such a good manner. You guys can make actually double out of it. Like you can plan. Let's say you are here, your spouse is here. Now anybody your spouse is sponsoring, you both are getting benefit, and you can plan it in a better way. And then you are making rather than 3.5%, you are making almost 3.5 plus 4, 7.5% from those people and even more. But again, as I said, you have to plan it. You have to work on that. You have to put effort. It's not simple, straightforward game. But yes, this could be done. We have planned for the people. There are 4 members in the family. We have planned for them. To potentially, 4 people can make money from one person. So we can do that. All this planning can be done. So whenever you are sponsoring somebody who have somebody realtor in their family, we can, like you could sit with me. I can tell you this is the best planning we can do. Of course, do some numbers. You will understand. Yeah.
Question here: when you're bringing the team. So let's say the team of 10 want to join. How do you ask them to join? You are only, like they're joining the main head, the team member, or the team leader is joining?
Yeah, so typically if everybody is linked to team leader, then they should join directly with team leader.
You know, small brokerages, right? They have something like
Yes, then the brokerage owner would be the team leader, rest everybody. So again, this is another confusion people have. Team has nothing to do with revenue share. So this could happen. You are sponsoring one, the one is sponsoring 2, the 2 is sponsoring 3, but 3 want to work with you as a team leader. Yes, it's possible. So revenue share has nothing to do with teams. Anybody in eXp, you can build your own team. They need not to be in your downline or revenue share actually.
Well, that's my question is, how would you benefit more? Like how?
Team is different. As I said, team has nothing to do with revenue share.
If you're asking them to join you, would you ask them to join under you, all those 5 people?
If they are not directly, like if let's say they have their own team. Let's say I have a team. In the team there is own team. So I would put the team leader of them first and then put with them so that there is a relation with them and that continues better. Okay, so let's take more questions later because let's go to the agenda. I wanted to give you a basic idea. This is very powerful. You could make millions a year or month also if you do it proper way. And guys, let me tell you another thing. Canada, they have just begun. Only 2% people have came to eXp yet, and US already we have more than 70,000 agents, and this would happen in Canada also. Basically, Canada follow US, and typically we are 3 or 4 years behind. You know it well. So Uber, Amazon, Airbnb, everything went to US first, then they came to Canada, and similarly eXp would explode like this. And surprisingly, most of you don't even know it, and we still have such a big team. So if you know it and if you do it intentionally with a proper way, then there is no harm. And as I said, it will take time. It's not overnight journey. It will take time. How you do it, we will be discussing that. So now I would like to show you. Yes, please.
What is the percentage for in US?
Same percentage. 2%? All over the world, same percentage. 7-8%. Anybody?
I mean the agent joining to eXp is 2%?
Same. This same follow table follow there.
No, he's asking how many percentage of agent joining in US.
Yes, would be more. And again, as I said, if I talk about the numbers are around 80,000, and Keller Williams has, I think, more than 100,000. So at number 2 as of now. Soon they will cross Keller Williams. Look, because they have grown in last 2 years only, and still US market is still there. It's saturated with eXp. But even with around 10% market share, they are number 1 with respect to, I'll show you, with respect to number 1, eXp is number 1, with respect to revenue, eXp is number 1, with respect to the, I think, production, eXp is number 1. There are a lot of number 1s in US market, although the market share is not that big, but numbers looks big, like 80,000, 70,000 agents are actually, is a big number, it's not a small number. And Remax is doing from, I think, 40 years, they have now less agents than eXp in US. Remax is considered, the number 1 brand there. Now is the second number. I'll show you the facts and stats. And again, there is a website, eXp Live. I would strongly recommend, keep an eye on this website, eXp Live. So live.exprealty.com. Keep an eye on this website. This is amazing. And whenever you do agent attraction, try to use this, because there is a lot of good information, updated information. So what is the difference? And we'll be discussing in agent attraction presentation also. At eXp, agents are the core of our business. They become shareholders, establish their own brands. Shareholder establish their own brand, have access to the cutting edge technology, tools, training, and need to control their career, financial freedom, lives, and future. So this is the summary actually. In this 4 lines, this is everything. And again, if you want to know more, the building future of work, no franchisee fee, low carbon footprint, learning opportunity. And here, if you go to the news, you'll keep getting all this news, where we are number 1, where we have opened in New Zealand. Vikram is sponsoring one person there in New Zealand. First person of New Zealand, he is sponsoring. So earning report, so you should see, if you see the earnings last quarter, it was more than 1 billion. If you see that revenue has increased by 73%, if you see the agent growth has increased by 55%, you should keep an eye. And this is national listed company, so every information you find, it is authentic, 100% true. And again, number 1 in agent count, transaction side. If you see, I'll show you. In the agent attraction, we have these slides. I'll show you there, but I'm just giving an idea. So worldwide, where we are opened and where we are with respect to the number of agents, with respect to number of transactions. There is one news where it shows number one, whatever. Okay, so basic idea is clear. Of course, we will have more questions while we go to the, I just wanted to show you the power. So this is very powerful. Don't take it so easy. Most people take it so easy. Most people don't even put attention on this. Most people sponsor some people and they say, oh, I got just 2,000, 3,000 a year. Who cares? But this is very big. This could be really, 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 really very big. Now let's come to I want to show you some glimpse of the Cabo event where we went. It is just a 2-minute video, but it will give an idea. And this is a very small event with respect to the event we are talking about in Dallas. And you'll still get an idea what you expect in such kind of events.
So actually this was the theme of the Cabo event, One Big Fire. So we took that fire from there. Now we are sharing the fire with you, because fire has that quality you can share with enormous people, and fire will not reduce its flame, so it will stay the same. So now it's our duty to take that fire like a baton to other people. So like, it's really nice to see you all. The house is fully jam-packed. If you turn around your head back, you can check. So I believe we don't have even a single chair unoccupied. So really good to know. And what we were talking about, people sponsor people. So that we need to know. So people introduce people. People do business with people. Only thing, we have to be more aware. So like, it's not that overwhelmed. We have to just conscious. We do deals every day with other fellow realtors, but we have not realized ourselves the power of eXp. If we have not realized anything, how we are going to convey the message to others? So the only thing, we need to change our attitude. We need to change our way of looking at the things. If we know, like we are here as an ambassador of eXp, and we are here to take the message of Glenn Sanford forward to other people. So when we have this message in our mind, our treatment with other people, our other fellow relatives will change. So eXp is a change. eXp is changing lives. When any new disruption happens, it changes lives. So revenue share is a bonus. So if we take it as a social work, lot of people are struggling. What is the challenges of a realtor? I'm lucky, I have not been through those challenges, but what are the challenges? Most of us has been through those challenges. Just put ourselves in other shoes. So whatever was our pain, the other people are facing the same pain. So eXp, we are definitely going to talk a lot about eXp, but the thing is, the most important thing is belief. If our belief is strong, then nobody can shake our belief. So I wanted to share one story regarding a belief and the vision. So everybody cannot see the vision. I participated in one of the biggest anti-corruption movement in India, led by Anna Hazare. Then a political party emerged out of that movement, that was the Aam Aadmi Party. So I took part in that movement. Nobody asked me, but I thought I should, and I did. So the journey starts from there. Even though I didn't have any political dreams or aspirations, but I used to say people, who has political dreams, your dreams will be fulfilled here. Why you are going to other parties and sitting at the back chairs when you have the opportunity here, the frontline chairs are empty. You will become member of parliament, you will become member of local assembly, so you should stay here, because I had a vision. Same thing, without vision you cannot go forward. So when you have a vision, people used to laugh at us. People used to tear our posters, but we never disturbed because we had a vision. Same thing, when you have a strong belief, anything happens, nobody cares. So why we are here? We are here for mindset. We are here for a belief. Any religion, any belief, definitely we have to be persistent. We have to spend time on that. For example, from any religion, I used to say the same thing. Whether Christianity, Muslim, Hindu, Sikhism, whatever. Every religion has a day. Why? Why they keep a day? Because if they don't practice on regular basis, they will lose the faith. So same way, we feel like we are here for $1 million business and we are not even practice every day. How we think we are going to create results? Same thing, any player. The player who win or lose in the Olympic, the difference is not enormous. The difference is, you can say, fraction of I. So what we can say, for the person who came at second or third spot, they are inferior to the person who came at first spot? No. So they do the preparation for 5 years just for that one day. And we think like we can win just doing nothing. So vision is everything. So we are here. If anybody has any question, most welcome. But our vision should be that strong. If anybody says something, eXp is like that, or like you're not going to do that, and we listen others, it means our belief is not strong. So one big fire and it stay alive. Thank you so much.
Key messages from the key speakers, and you will see them, you'll get an idea like by seeing them what they have done differently to reach to the level. Mike Gerbic, today we are going to meet him at 2. He is our upline, as you know, $1 billion team. So he is now literally retired, and today we are going to interacting with him directly. So he was stuck in recruiting. So what he did different, he brought people to the events, because till the time you don't go to these kind of events where Dallas event, there are 6,000 people coming. So when you see 6,000 people, and all are top producers, all are cap, hit, like they are serious people. And when you meet these kind of people, you have different kind of way of thinking. Your vision is different, as Vikram said. I care a lot about coaching them and grow to the business. And another very interesting thing in eXp, you'll find all the top agents, either they are the good coaches or they learned things and they start sharing with agents. Go and check any agent. They have learned, start sharing, learn, start sharing, learn, start sharing. And once you start sharing, people will start value you. And this I've seen incidentally, whatever people I'll show you today also, they have some kind of, like learn and start sharing. And third, add value and leading the partnership. So Mike does a lot of trainings on team building. Now he does only that. Like he's kind of free, so he's doing more of that. So you could attend his trainings. He's our sponsor. He's our RevShare partner. So anytime you tell him from Team Ryan, he would entertain you, talk to you. He's very active on Facebook also. Send a friend request, talk to him. Always available. Night 1, I sent him the agenda. He replied me back at that time. Morning 7, he's always available. Whenever you send him a message, he replies you back. This is amazing. Then this is about. This guy had 1300 plus agents. So he focused on production, anything else. So he keep producing. Production means real estate. Like more business he started doing and people came to him. Attract team. So what he's saying, now again, not every message is correct. This is the way he did. So what he did, rather than going to 101 agent, he started going to the teams, big brokerages. And let me tell you, at this point, most people are evaluating eXp, either way, negative, positive, whatever. They are trying to understand what is this eXp and how come so many agents are moving and so many teams are moving. They are trying, and the people who give them the right information right way, they go with them. And you need to go to the people. If you don't go to the people, they will never even come to know that you are in eXp. Till the time you don't approach them, how do they know that you are doing actively and you are such a heavy big team? So many agents I meet in eXp, they say, I wish I would have known your team before I joined eXp. Is there a chance, can I move to your team? So many. And we say, have to say no, because we cannot have 2,000 people. But that's what you need to understand, the power of our team, eXp, the resources you are providing, and people are actually looking to know about that. So don't lead with revenue share, more about how can we create add value. So basically the way actually, I am now going, keep adding value to the people rather than talking about revenue share all the time. This is the first time we are discussing revenue share, even after 1.5 years. Like one year, I would have done it before also, but I think this is the right form. You discuss all that. Pat Hayes has 4,600 plus agents. So what he does, weekly lunch and learns. Now what is that? Anybody would like to tell what is lunch and learn? It's a common term in North America.
Just you have to invite people for the lunch and teach them, how you are doing.
Yes. Yes. So what people do, they do some kind of trainings, they do some kind of session, they do some kind of interaction. And while you're doing that, of course, you keep, in the last you talk about eXp, then of course, people are thinking about eXp and they know you and they come to you. Promoting and attend all corporate events and attend as many events. See, most of the people you see here, they have been successful, even Sukhvinder for that matter. If you would have met Sukhvinder 1 year back, and after he attended 3 events, he's a changed person, totally changed person. Vikram, before attending this Cabo event and after event, there's a big, huge change because you get a big vision. Right now the problem here is you have seen only few people and you have seen very small results. Like you have not seen big results nearby. We are just in beginning. Building up your leaders and build through your leaders. So basically what they are saying, once you become leader, then you need to build leaders and make people independent. And once they become leader, then train them to build more leaders. It's like that. Andrew Franklin, 900 plus agent. We have built relationship in the industry for a long time. We have always lead with production first again, production. So you cannot be just a recruiter, always keep talking about revenue share, always talking about attraction. You need to add some kind of value. You need to show what different you are doing, how things eXp has changed you. Once more example you said, it could be small examples.
So when you say more production, does it mean for the real estate?
Yes. We are talking about real estate production only. We are talking about, let's say you become icon. For that matter, Ronnie's icon, we will be advertising that. There's another guy become icon. So once you advertise that I am an icon, I have got 16,000 back from eXp, I have done this much transactions. So once you're a top producing agent, people take you more seriously and people like to follow. Why I just said more people join, let's say Remax or these brokerages when they're a top producer, because they think if I remain in top producer always, so your average income is, you know, the average income rule, anybody knows? Your average income is the average of the 5 people with whom you spend the most of the time outside your house, other than your home people. Do the math and see. The people you spend most of the time, your average income become like that only. If you start spending time with top producer, eventually your income will also increase. Somewhere around, you will see the results will start coming in, you will get motivated or whatever. And this is very famous in real estate. If you work with top agent, you sit with them, you have different mindset. When you go for listing, although they might be part of your team or might not be part of your team or whatever, if you remain with smart people or if you work with people who are top producing, your way of thinking actually get changed. Yeah.
So don't mistake eXp is a real estate company. Don't mistake eXp is a networking company. No. eXp, the main business is producing real estate, making more deals. So how we are going to generate revenue? By selling more real estate. So that is our main business. But eXp has introduced a different model of building a business through attraction. Nobody can join eXp directly. Other brokerages recruit through their staff. But eXp don't have any staff. They recruit, they attract through their agents because we are the ambassadors. If we are successful, more people gonna join us. So I'm going to share the story of Ritesh. When Ritesh moved to eXp, how many people, Ritesh, you had that time in your team?
15, 16 people.
15, 16.
Yeah.
Do you think those 15, 16 people come for eXp? Why they came? Ritesh. Even before eXp, why Ritesh built and why those people joined Ritesh? Knowledge, education, coaching, caring, resources, right? So same thing we are going to do here. One level up. We try to lift ourselves one level up wherever we are. So our main business is production, but whatever production you do, in other real estate brokerage models, you don't have any kind of retirement model. So Brent Goff says you cannot come out of the loop of sell, sell, sell. So that's why this is the model where you build your business, you build your team, and you build lifelong relationships. So whatever people we are sitting here, we are here for lifelong relationship. We are not here for short-term relationship. And we can pass on this business to our coming generations. So our generations are going to stay together. So it's a very big thing. It's just not only business.
Yes. So Tim and Julie, 2,200 plus agents, they are saying easier to move fast than slow, learn the job, stop wasting time, potential, getting ready to get started, fail forward quickly. So be quick, be fast, and people have normalized leading lives of complications, good enough. So stop being so patient. So basically they are more like aggression. Be aggressive, move ahead, go fast. And your mission is a business owner to create a total financial freedom. Most people would be financially free once they have 10 to 15K per month in passive income. This is a group of size of almost 400. So they've given their example. So once you have 400 people, then you're making roughly 15,000 average consistent income. Even if you have 100 people, you might make more than 15,000 a month, but it's not consistent. But later on become consistent when people start producing, because first year it takes time. Most people who join you, some people have 2 months, 3 months. So making first deal and getting commission also take time. So only focus on swimming towards your life port. Focus on those people. So basically they're talking about focus on the people with whom you want to work. So these are 3,400 agents. So get plugged into being 100% committed to outcome of succeeding, going every event, following up with the prospects, making sure connect to a deeper level beyond real estate. So again, this is another thing. So not only real estate, you should be actually going more detail about their personal stuff, their families, hosting events of value for real estate community. again, a similar thing. So you are doing some kind of training, education seminar, webinar. Do it. We will be doing it a lot going forward. But again, you can do it. There's no harm in doing it. This guy has 700 agents. So, being consistent on calling 2 new people per day. 2 new people. And this is not client. This is agents he's talking about. I had 5-year goal to be consistent and plan to have 500 agents. It took 2.5 years. So it took him 2.5 years to have 500. Now he's 700. So the most people you see here, they are consistent, working from long, took 1 year, 2 year, 3 year time. It was not a overnight journey. But why I'm showing you, you could be one of them, and of course your picture could be used next. And again, they are not doing very different. And if you hear them, they're normal people like us, very normal, very simple, very easy. Only thing, they were consistent, they were duplicating, they were following some kind of process, some kind of model, and they're just implementing, duplicating that. So problem solving. Adam Bailey, again, he has building an empire process, who I partner with, attending and inviting agent to top mastermind. So top mastermind events are magic, again they're saying.
I would like to share the story of Adam Bailey. So Adam Bailey, he used to, at present he is a senior partner of our senior partner Mike Gerbic. So it's a very interesting story that I want to share. Adam Bailey used to work for Mike Gerbic for $400 or $500 a month. He used to make calls for him. But Adam Bailey came across with this eXp opportunity, and he jumped faster than Mike. So now Mike has almost 950 agents, and Adam has 22. This is old slide.
You applied to Mike Gerbic, I didn't know that.
Yeah. So Adam has might be like 2300 or 2400, because this slides they used in Cabo event.
So now they've added.
So that's why, like, it's not about skills only. It's about action, how spontaneous you are. And I feel we are lucky. We don't think like we came here for a vision. We came here for accidentally. But it's becoming vision. So now Adam Bailey, like, he's retired. Mike Gerbic, Blake Corey, all these people, even including Ritesh, Sukhwinder, including me, we are working for them. It's not like them, because they have put their efforts. So now we are putting their efforts. So it's a, you can say, once there is a saying, you walk alone, then people keep joining you, it becomes a big crowd, big flock, right? So the message Glenn Sanford, it took him 10 years. He started company in 2009, and it started getting fruit in 2019. So it took him 10 years. So that was the vision.
But it's worth it.
Yeah, no, it's worth it. But how many people has patience for 10 years? People don't have a patience for 1 year or 2 years. So because he had a vision. So that's the most important thing. So he had a belief what he's doing. Even like very successful story, Ashish. So I don't see at Ashish less than Glenn Sanford, because he made Home Optima. It's a great tool. He spent millions of dollars on that. Why? Because he has a vision. So if he has a vision, nobody can shake you. Thank you.
Yeah. So almost similar message from all the top producers. If you see, they're all talking about events. They're talking about working consistently. Of course, I would share this presentation with you. You could go and check their messages. So I'm not spending much time on that. Now let's come to our. He's our upline, Blake Corey. If you need any help, so he was the person. If you guys remember, the first meeting of our team, Blake Corey did. So what happens sometime, because I was very new at that time, I didn't know about eXp. So I asked Blake if you could, explain our team about eXp model. And that was the first time I was telling to the whole team in 2020. So then Blake came in, and Blake actually explained to our whole team, and eventually, he helped. So we had a boat when we went to Cabo. So he took us to, by the way, it was my birthday also, so he took us to boat cruise. And see, this is how, with the family, Blake family, Mike Gerbic, and all the top producers, you're sitting with them. So this
we celebrated Ritesh's birthday on that yacht, and we released Sukhwinder's book
on that day.
On that yacht. So it doesn't mean like we cannot book a yacht and we cannot go. This was my first time, but the thing is the culture, right? So they did it for us. So when we go, because eXp is not an ordinary organization, it's an extraordinary organization. You get extra, you can say, extra skills here, personality development, and networking is a big thing. I met there one person in a pool. His name was Tom, and he was at a big position in US Navy. Bush and his wife used to fly with him. So when I was talking to him, he sold $2 billion of real estate in 2021. So you got a chance to learn and get a motivation from those people. Pete Middleton, we are going to talk about him today as well. So he's the king of luxury real estate. So it's more than 3 words, eXp. It's much bigger than that.
Yeah. So Jane Frederick, 16,000 plus agents. He is, when you meet him, he's just like he's most of the time he's on stage and introducing people and having a lot of fun. So let's move fast forward. So I will share this presentation with you, so you guys, good messages. Now, attracting someone to eXp is caring enough about someone else to find out what is important to them, their goals, dreams, and then being the resource to help them to get it. This was the key message I took from Cabo. One of the speaker actually gave this message. So it is not typical, typical hiring process. So you have to be, what agent want, you need to know. They want to know how to sell more business. Somehow every agent want to sell more real estate. That's what, or want to make more money, or want to have some, have their own name, want to have their own brand, or have to have some kind of financial freedom. Everybody want that. So you need to learn this whole process here, and you need to educate them. You need to invite to eXp event. Don't talk about stock or revenue share. Make it about their need. How much you need. Are you looking to make 15,000, 20,000, 25,000 a month after 1 year or 6 months time? Do you want that? What effort you can put for that? So this is what they actually trained us. And again, is this a pyramid scheme? Do you think so? Do you think so? eXp is a pyramid scheme? Yes or no? Yes. Okay. So what is a pyramid scheme? MLM. Okay. When you refer somebody and into your brokerage, as you said, many people, as I said, there is a survey where 70% agents said they joined the brokerage because of their friends or because of somebody referred them to that brokerage. So was that a pyramid scheme? So when you are introducing to some brokerage as a friend, when you're not making anything, is a referral. Here we are saying it's a pyramid scheme. So basically this is what we need to understand. Many people would start comparing with WFG or Amway or so many other companies. But there is a big difference to that. Technical difference, when you say MLM, there's a multi-level marketing which is unlimited level. There the only target is to recruit more people to make business. This is here quite optional thing. Whatever time you want to spend on this, up to you. You don't want to spend up to you. Whole year nobody spent time on this. Nobody came after you. None of the eXp meeting, none of the sales meeting, none of the emails you will ever hear about this, because this is quite optional thing. This is not the business model we have. But of course, to grow company, to grow yourself, there has to be a model that this is the model they have. And what Vikram you want to add on this?
Is there anybody who has ever opened a brokerage?
Not yet.
Ashish, can you come forward, please?
Is he in trouble?
Pardon?
Is he in trouble?
No. Why he is in trouble? Because we want to learn from him. Yes, sir. Thank you, Ashish. So, when did you open your brokerage?
In 2021, early 2021.
Okay, and how many agents you had that time?
So I just started. It was a concept. Home Optima was there, so
Okay.
I thought people can use the tool and we can bring them in there. We just started recruiting. We had like about 5 people in the first 3-4 months that I went through.
Okay.
And then just the sheer admin and paperwork and to run a brokerage, it's pain, right? It's really hard. And to bring people in, it's not easy for you to move people unless there is a very attractive proposition and there's a brand behind it, right? So not an easy thing unless you can scale to 100, 200, 500, that's good. But if you're going to be a 10, 20 people brokerage, it's not worth it. It's too much.
How much money did you spend on that brokerage to set up everything?
$30,000, $40,000.
I think you were running from a house or you opened office?
Yeah, I had a Regis type concept, yeah.
No, but like if that was time you have 5-10 people. So for example, what plan did you have that time? Like
Yeah.
up to what level you had a plan?
Sure. I mean, if you have a decent office and do the right thing and have that admin and everything. So we were very small and we started just to scale as we grow. If you need something like that, like a setup with somebody there and broker of record, which I was lucky that one of my team members, she took the broker of record role. As I was giving her referrals and giving her deals, it was kind of a way, I didn't really pay for like a $70,000, $80,000 a year for the broker of records. So that was a big saving. But to answer your question, I think we run a decent sized brokerage, like just 25 agents, the right setup, you probably need $200,000-$300,000 just to
But
make it
with
going.
25 agents, do you think you can break even your expenses?
Not
So
at all.
what is the minimum agents number you have to break even your expenses?
I would say somewhere between 50 and 100 based on the business model.
So we can say ballpark figure, we can say 100 agents you
100
need to break even.
I think so,
To
yeah.
break even.
Yeah.
Okay. And how did you attract or hire agents?
Basically, I mean, I really didn't go out and attract. So there were some people who were working with me. So I just wanted to have a separate brand as Home Optima as a brokerage, just so that we have control over everything.
Okay.
And so that was the idea. But I never really went out.
What plan you had to bring the people on the board?
Plan?
So what
Yeah.
were you doing planning to do?
So the plan, I mean, the plan was to show the value to people of the platform.
But how?
You have to go out. I don't know. Like you have to. That's the hard part. That's the hardest part.
No, like, but how go out? Like, you go online, you go like to the hotel like this, you organize seminar, or you bring the recruiter on the board. How? Like, just
Yeah,
share
my
your experience.
my plan was very simple. My plan was that I have come across about, I don't know, 50, 75, 100 agents in my lifetime of real estate, and some of them are really good agents who have the depth of thinking and they think the same way as you do. And the idea was to kind of attract them and build a small team and operate it like that. But obviously, you cannot get to a scale of 100 agents to break even. If you do that, it's not going to work. Unless you have super productive agents where you have 20 deals on average per agent per year, which you cannot find. That model doesn't work because everybody is different level and you cannot expect everybody to be producing 20 plus deals. So in a nutshell, that whole model of you spend time recruiting and building the infrastructure and the office and the admin and the RICO audits and everything like that, you need at least 100 people to do it. And that's not a viable model. You cannot do it.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So this is a live story. So if you spend $500,000 minimum, but we have done our research. So if you want to open a good size brokerage, you need minimum million to 1.5 million because it involves, he opened his own brand, but otherwise you need franchise fee, setup, you need big staff, so 200 people. So even with 100 people, you do the breakdown. So when people say, like, it's a MLM, this is a networking market. So when you spend $500,000 or $1 million, then you attract somebody, that becomes a business. But when you don't spend any money, zero investment, zero liability, then it becomes networking, marketing, MLM. Why it's there? Why we are so prejudiced?
So biased.
So biased. Why? So if you want to do spending the money, we are most welcome to take your money. And once you are at that level, we'll return you the money. If you want to do it that way, we can devise a model. I'll ask Ritesh to find that kind of model. If your investment drives you, we can bring that model. Even Ashish, he was looking for a pool of capital, so we can put your money into that pool, right? And we can make money from there, and you feel like you are vested. So it means why people fail in self-employed businesses, because their skin is not there. Their investment is not there. They don't have anything to lose. That's why people fail. Not people fail because they don't have skills. Because people feel they are not accountable, they are not going to lose anything. When you put 100,000, 200,000, you give your 100%. But when you think, okay, I'll drive Uber part-time, I'll do some other job, it's okay if I can get success, right? So with the same license, one person is doing 100 deals and one person is doing 5 deals. So we need to think about that. So it's all about mindset. That's why it's a life story, and we need to learn from it. Every business is not with money only. There are many businesses out there. Even social media, we're going to talk about YouTube. People are making millions of dollars with YouTube. So now a time for skill. Even the time has been forever for skill, but nowadays due to technology, due to resources, the time is more for skills.
And there is a fundamental difference also. So if it is a multi-level marketing like NSA, or for that matter WFG, they are asking you to push their product into the market. eXp doesn't have a product. Yeah. eXp is saying do whatever you were doing originally.
Yeah.
So just do your thing the same. It is just that whatever profit I'm making, I'm also empowering you to take that profit to you.
Yeah, agree. And one more thing, like if you look at even Facebook, it's a network. YouTube, it's a network. Even distribution model, you look at any distribution model, that is a network. Any political party, that is a network. Without network, even like I'm standing here and the blood is running through my vessels, that is a network. So if we get any network, do you think like anybody gonna stay? So when we talk about this network, and I'm a firm believer of network, what I am here today, when I came to Canada, so I was associated with Aam Aadmi Party. When I came here, I got whole network. I never felt like I'm alone, right? So now we are building worldwide network, and network has a big power. If you know people personally, you can get anything done. If I know today Joe Biden personally, I would be a different person. Might be I'm not standing here. So that's why I realize the power of network. So network is your net worth. So this is very important thing.
See, another thing, most of the people in this room now we have, I didn't even know most of you, not 90% of the people I didn't know directly. You came in contact because of somebody introduced you to our team due to any reason, maybe passive income or whatever. But Vikram introduced me, and I've introduced some people, and some people introduced. So this is power of network only. That's what we are together. Otherwise, this would not be possible. In any other brokerage model, can I reach to 160 agents? Never. Not possible. Impossible. Can you reach to thousands of people like these people did? They are just ordinary people. Why I show you their pictures so that you relate. Okay, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 people. If those people can have in a couple of years, why don't you? So now this is very important slide. Build 22. So this event is in Dallas, 23rd, 24th, 25th of the August. There is a American airline flight which fly at 7 in the morning, reach at 10 there. You can attend the event for 2 days, 3 days, and then there's a return flight by same. Return ticket is not very expensive, so you should book it. And this event, if you see, Tony Robbins is coming, and this might be game changer event of your life, because today what we are discussing is just, I would say 5% of what you see there. So this is actually largest event of eXp. There would be more than 6,000 plus top producing agents. So this, if you're thinking to grow very big, I have not seen a single person getting very successful in eXp without going to event. So this is, maybe you have capability, but you need to, realize, okay, this is what you can do, like this is what you can do. So this is very important in Dallas, 23rd to 25th. This is website build22.com. I would share link, or already we have shared in our attraction group. So Tony Robbins would be there. The agenda is there would be 2 to 6 p.m. on Tuesday, main opening session, then 9 to 12. So in this, you will hear all these big people I'm talking about. All the people, 17,000, 10,000, 15,000 agents. How did he do? Brent Grove, owner of eXp, Michael Wellsett, everybody, all top people you will hear. Every minute in that would be you're hearing to the people who have done such a big thing. And then Thursday you have Tony Robbins there. So hotel, I think normally 600 there. For eXp the price is 200 per night, so which is quite reasonable. And we are left with couple of silver tickets. Then 697. General is sold out already. So, can you see, Joe? People are outside. Just come in. Okay, guys, let's start. Actually, this would be the most important part of this session, because the most important thing, how do we present? And I don't want everybody to be dependent on us. I want you would have this presentation with you, and you can add, amend the way you want. This is a typical standard presentation what we have built. So this include all eXp resources, this include all Team Ryan resources, this include everything actually, and this is quite large. It would take you 1 hour time to present if you really want to present somebody. But this is, if you present this, everything will be answered. So you need not to remember a lot of stuff. Just use this presentation and you are good to go. So let me record also.
Recording in progress.
Okay. So how do you find this presentation? You can go to Google. You can just write Team Ryan. So once you write Team Ryan there, you would see couple of pages. You can go through here, the website, or you could directly meet Team Ryan or our team or more results. So let's go to this team website. And there are multiple websites. Every website we have this presentation. So join our team. If you go there, you would have our presentation of last webinar we did, online webinar. And there you have this presentation, what I'm going to show you now. Join our team. Yeah, so and there, if you click join our team, and there would be a video of last week presentation, and if you see link to presentation. As I said, you can create your own presentation, very simple and easy. Remove Team Ryan logo, add Team Ryan logo, put your team logo, whatever way you want to use it. Most welcome, you can use it, there is no problem. You want to keep Team Ryan logo along with this, you want to remove some slide, whatever. But you should have your own presentation, which shows your face, which shows your brand. So use this. Again, this is we used to do on Thursday. So, and I have done some changes in this presentation. I would strongly recommend first show this slide, what I show you today. Tina Colvin. The reason somebody attending your presentation, they should know what is the history of brokerage. Very important. So this should be your first slide. And what happens when you're doing a presentation, some people coming late, coming early. So at least 5-7 minutes who are coming on time, they get your message, what is real estate. Then we are discussing about whatever there is in presentation, typical eXp model, typical previous models, Century 21 model, Remax model, Realogy model, and then Keller Williams model, and then eXp model. Spend 1 or 2 minutes on this slide. Spend more time on this slide, where traditional brokerage model says agent, international, regions, franchise, staff. And eXp model is agents are partner. So partner both ways. They have the shareholding in the company, they are the owners. As you know, most of the eXp shares are held by the agents only. And they are the partners, whatever company is making profit or revenue or commissions, they are getting partner in this. So, okay, so traditional model is like, see any traditional brokerage, they have a, let's say, for that matter, Remax International, then you have regions, then you have franchise, then you have staff.
After that, agent.
Actually, this is wrong. So agent should be at the bottom. Yeah. So sorry, this is mistake. So yeah. So the agent should be in the last. So I'll correct it. So agent should be in the last. And traditional brokerage. But here we have removed all these barriers. We agent are at the top. Again, this is very important slide where you're talking about the evolution. Blockbuster has moved to Netflix. Everything is Netflix now. Retail stores are taken over by Amazon. Taxi services are totally replaced by Uber and Lyft.
Screen is not shared.
Okay. And so this slide is also very, very important because you're talking about a evolution, you're talking about a journey, and also you can give the example of Airbnb, that hotels are totally replaced by Airbnb, and it is still, so this slide is important. You should spend some time on this slide, maybe 1 or 2 minutes. Now, international footprint marketing recap. So this is a fact and figure we have taken. Cabo, we had Mike Welsted, he gave us these details. So 2021, eXp had 71 million impressions in total 339,000 clicks. So if you see the brand value or branding is getting increased, more and more people are reaching this name, searching on Google, searching on internet. And so this is to show that thing. Then agent count is more than 80,000. Revenue over year on year is 174. So number of agent worldwide, whatever number of agents are, it is I think for US. So 12% of agent count is with eXp. Closed transaction, I will check this 12% figure from where they are taking. Closed transaction has increased by 124%. Revenue has increased by 174%. So these are the numbers which shows that company is doing.
Source was mentioned in the bottom, January 21 through January 22.
Canada included. So this is Canada and US actually. So international footprint, this slide, I think you should spend some time because now eXp is in 21 countries and you should show that any agent can do business in these 21 countries through referrals. They can attract agent in any of these 21 countries. Similar way you are doing in Canada, you can attract anywhere. Like Vikram sponsored one in New Zealand, you can sponsor anywhere in the world. And they are opening 30 more countries in the next 3 years for that matter. So it is truly gonna be, it's already global company, but you will see more and more global footprint going forward. So this,
We will get the revenue share for them.
yes. So anybody who sponsor in US, whatever revenue share, so the revenue share is same model, same percentage. So whatever they're making in USD, you'll get in Canadian, that amount. But you'll get the USD part. So you'll get more actually, if somebody is sponsoring US. New Zealand, I think New Zealand, there is little different plan. I think. So you have 4,000 first.
So New Zealand, hello. In New Zealand and Australia, there is a different commission split. So here is 80-20, over there is 75-25. So, and higher cap. So here is the 16,000 is the cap, over there 25,000 is the cap. So you are making more money. Here we are making, like when we attract up to 5 agents or 4 agents, we are making 2,800. Over there we are making $4,000. So we can get more money, and especially the benefit for us, the people who are living in Canada. Canada is the multicultural country. It's the country of immigrants. So we can find the people from all over the world here. Might be the people who are living in US, they don't have that much opportunity, or Dubai, but we have that opportunity. We can find the people, we can find the connections from all over the world.
So basically we are following top-down, bottom approach. We have talked about general what's happening in, what happened in brokerage industry from 1950s to 2010-20. Then we came down to what eXp is, then we came down to where we are, then we came down to the model. So all these things are important. Some people say, why should I show this to somebody? This is important because the person should understand, you should understand that this is a true global company. There is a reason there are some agents who join us just because the benefit of what was a big benefit Remax when we used to sell Remax, like when we were broker of record of Remax. The advantage was Remax was in 76 countries. Big advantage. So many people, let's say you're coming from a country, let's say you're coming from Dubai now, Dubai eXp is there. Somebody see eXp name in Dubai and they see eXp name here, they can relate more. So this is the reason. Somebody were going to Dubai, they see eXp name there. So when you see the name in multiple countries, the brand value get increased. Lot of referral you get, lot of business you get. And this could be a big, when you go to a builder, let's say, show them this is how we are. In all these 21 countries, anybody can sell your product. When you go to a franchisee, you can show that. So you need to think where you can make best out of it. So this agent can use to get more business. Even for listing positions, show that. We are in 21 countries. You never know, somebody from those countries, want to buy here. You never know. Especially commercial people, you should show that.
Artesh, I want to share my experience. I shared 2 listings from here in India. So I attracted few people in India. So here the people said like they want to sell in Chandigarh. So what I did, I just took the information, passed it on. Otherwise I would have lost those deals. So we can share the referrals all over the world. Just what we need to connect. That's it. And Ritesh will show you how workplace can work, like how workplace works, where we are, the whole community, eXp community is connected. Even if you want to talk to Glenn Sanford, he is approachable. Michael Valdes, so he is the president global. So I'll show you my chat. He's like, if I text him now, within a minute he will text you back. So in eXp, all the office bearers or like the people who are at a high level, they are so approachable. I don't know, because I don't have much experience from other brokerages, but I don't know how in other brokerages, big brokerage, how broker of records are accessible.
Yeah. So this slide we have taken from eXp Live. As you know, brokerage is a difference, building the future of work. Yeah, I'm making you a host so that I. So this slide was also, it take you to the life of eXp. So you can spend some time if you want on this slide also. Then we have, again, this I wanted to show you. So this is very recent, and this is again from that eXp news only. Top number 1 independent brokerage, top mover in transaction, number 1 top 5-year mover, number 3 closed transaction site. This is actually US data. So if you see number 4 billionaire clubs. So billionaire club is basically somebody who closed 1 billion, more than 1 billion sale. So if you see, eXp has moved almost 1 or 2, and there are multiple ranking there, you can go and see. This is just an example. So what's the difference between eXp model and traditional model? Traditional brokerage model, you are in the, kind of pit and nobody is actually helping you. Somebody want to help you, they are not accessible. Here, one is helping the next is helping the next, and you can see it, like you can see this chain, what we call, or network, or whatever you call, this network help you. You can go to, let's say, Vikram, you can come to me, you can go to Sukhwinder, you can go to Sharla, she's sitting here, I'll introduce to you, she is the person who introduced us to Blake Corey, she introduced to Sarah, and Sarah to Sukhwinder, and that's how she is the part of this whole big team. So this is the model we have. Other than broker of record and area managers or eXp employees, you could still take help of any of us. And normally in traditional brokerage, you will never see any agent sharing their own secrets with other agents. This will not happen. Here, I told you, only the people who are successful, they are actually sharing somewhere around. See, any of these top producers, they are sharing their success secret and they're getting more successful. So one broker is not a franchise. This is very important. In franchise model, what happens? You have franchisee of big company, then you have the model, international, local, whatever city. So you have a local brokerage which is confined to that particular Brampton. Some brokerage there that confined to Brampton only. They have a lot of overhead, as Ashish said. They are locally confined. They have inconsistent growth opportunity and they are limited technology support. Here you have one company. So eXp Realty of Canada is all over Canada. You do your deposit in Ontario, same. You do your deposit in Quebec, same. You do your deposit in Alberta, same. If you go to the FinTrack app, it asks you which state you want to deposit. But the company is one. So same, the benefit you have, now you have license in Ontario, you can get license in Alberta with the same company because the company is same. So there was a question, I was talking to a top producer, he was saying, my company got bankrupt because it was a sole company and my commission is held up. This would not happen here because we don't have small companies set up. Everything is one centralized company. So this is the big advantage. There are many people who don't join small brokerage because you never know, later on any issue can come. But here you don't have that issue. So your cloud environment, live training, real-time support, 24/7, as you said, workplace, go to eXp Word, there are a lot of ways you can get support. And today we are going to do onboarding session also where Neha will tell you how to get these supports. International collaboration, powerful equity opportunity. So these are the major differentiator factor of eXp than any other brokerage. Then you can spend some time on live training. You can show them eXp training calendar. You know how to find it. You can show, okay, now this is important. Equity opportunity. Every agent, when you do your first transaction, you get shares. When somebody you sponsor, they do a transaction, you get shares. Once you hit the cap, you get shares. And once you hit the cap and do 20 more transactions, you become icon. You get 16,000 worth of share. So somebody who is in full cap, 80,000, paid 16,000 to the eXp in 1 year. After that, you get 100% of the split. And once you become the icon, you get that 16,000 back. So eXp is the only organization. Other organization, you get those shields, $100, those medals. Here, they are giving you 16,000 worth of shares back. So no other brokerage give that. Have you ever heard any brokerage giving 20,000, 10,000 worth of share? No. So this is the only organization which gives. So the top producer, very easy, simple decision. Anybody is a top producer, ask them a question, how much you are paying to a brokerage? Anybody making 500,000, minimum they would be paying 5%, which is 25,000, plus they would be paying some transaction fees. Here, you are paying 16,000 and getting back. Very simple and easy decision for top producer. They simply join eXp because of that big reason. And another thing, you're opening an office in New Zealand, company is growing, company valuation is growing, you have the share. And another thing, why somebody work in eXp, they don't leave eXp early if you work. If you work for 1 year, you will get, let's say, 16,000 and whatever amount of shares. So some shares have a holdover period. For Icon, you get shares 8,000, 4,000, 4,000. There is a holdover period of 3 years. Now you get 16,000 worth of share and company want you to stay for 3 more years. Typically, agent don't leave you. The reason because when they see I have 20,000 shares there, if I leave, then I'm not getting those shares. So they would not leave. So that's what you see when somebody spend time in eXp, once they're old, they don't leave it because of there's a big reason. You have shares. Company gives this share free to you. You're not paying anything for those shares. So this is another big reason. Some people are building teams. They have one issue. Their team leave them. People learn, they leave. Learn, leave. So here, most likely people will not leave because they are getting extra shares. So this would be one of the reason people stay with you. So this you can show to the people who are building teams, those who have teams. And another thing, you get 5%, you can deduct 5% from your commission, you get eXp share at 10% discount. This share you can sell anytime. You get today, sell tomorrow. So $100 of share you get in 90, you can sell tomorrow at 100 back. So this is another way you can get shares. So eXp is the only brokerage where you are getting shares, so you become the partner in the company. So it's a $1 billion company. If you see the net worth, still even the share price is all-time low, like it's quite low today. Still, the worth is 2 billion plus. So it's a multi-billion company, unicorn company, and you are getting shareholding in that company. And of course, in future, we all know the share was 30 cents a couple of years back, and now the share is again at 12 level, but it was 38 level also last year after split. So if you know, the share was split last year. The split means there was share of, at one point the share price was 76, the split into 2, then become 38. So nowadays is coming low because you know there's a correction happening. All these technology company shares are at low price. So this is a good time if somebody want to buy shares of eXp because we know historically last 7 years, every year the share price goes up and up. So somebody who become icon in 2014, they got share of 16,000. What is the current value of their shares now? Anybody, any idea?
Approximately half million. No, 1.6 million. 10 times.
Only 10 times? Is 300 times growth.
300.
So somebody who got share of 16,000 in 2014 because the program was same. 16,000 was there at that time also. Now the share worth is around 5 million. 5 million. Share price, share worth. Think about this. Forget about what money you make in real estate, what commission you make. You are making only with the shares, which you got free 5 years back. 7 years back. So this is a big power which you should understand. Again, this is a technology company. This is just a beginning. It would grow. It will go up to Amazon level, Tesla level one day. We all will witness that, but it will take some time. The next slide is now what we have done. I have put all the powerful suits in one. Now stock option we discussed. KV Core. You need to show them the demo of KV Core. Yes. No, 5% is the maximum limit.
You can buy from outside.
Outside, but 5% is the maximum limit you can buy from commission, because they are giving a 10% discount also. Yeah. So workplace is there, eXp marketing center is there, Skyslope is there, eXp Word is there, telelisting is there, broker base is there, Regis Access is there, revenue share, training, Ring Central. Do you all know all these things exist? How many of you have used telelisting? Yes, good. So you should know all of these tools. You never know some people who are doing cold calling. For them, telelisting is an amazing tool actually. Even though you don't want to use it, you should know the resources. So these are the resources you get in eXp. I have not come to Team Ryan yet. This is only eXp we are talking about. So you are getting so much stuff. Any other brokerage giving all these things? All these things? No. So the worth of this all is more than 1,000 a month. And you are getting only in 139. This is another advantage. So some people keep asking, we are paying 16,000 to eXp, but you're getting so many tools at almost throwaway price. 3 more things. eXp is a team model. No other brokerage have formal team model where you can literally make a team where eXp can take care of your contracts and eXp can share the commission with the team. It is very, very useful for the people. Most people open brokerage because they know they don't have a control on the team. Let's say you hire somebody in the team, in other brokerage, they do a deal, you never have that record. In eXp that's possible. So somebody who want to close a brokerage or want to come with us, big advantage. So you can have your own team name, like team top agent was there, we have team Ryan. So XYZ team, you can have your name and you can still have all the authorities and powers to work with your agents, split commission, whatever you're doing. So this team model I don't see in any other brokerage formally. University, have any of you tried eXp University? So a lot of training, lot of courses are there, and Icon program. 16,000 you get back. So all top producer, you should know that. So these are the offering which eXp does. No other brokerage is close to that. So this is a big advantage. And then you can give the example of eXp Word. How many of you have logged in to eXp Word? How many of you are not logged in actually? Because yesterday there was a training and I asked people to join eXp Word or come to Zoom. So 33 people came to our Zoom and to attend the training. So you should actually use this software. In onboarding we will discuss that. You should do all the training on eXp Word.
It's very difficult to handle this eXp Word.
Sir, let me tell you one thing. Everything looks difficult. Metaverse is the future, and this is the metaverse. In future, you will see more of these things.
And eXp owns this technology.
So you need to understand one thing. This is a future. We have to learn all that. And again, this is not difficult. You need to download this app. It will take a lot of time to download because it's a 2 GB app. But once you download, then it's like, and you should show this to the agents. Rather than going to office, I can just log in here and your office is there. And I'm telling you this right now, whether you accept it or not, this is going to be the future. This is how you'll go to office in future. You accept it or not. DocuSign, I saw 7 or 8 years back when I was in one of the Remax convention. Like I was surprised, how can it replace physical signs? Like how people will trust it? And you see DocuSign or Authority Sign have replaced physical signatures. Almost 99% people doing DocuSign. So things have been changed. Who thought like email, like electronically we are doing everything. So this is the future. I'm telling you, you need to learn that, and eXp owns this technology of metaverse and you should use it once. See, if you want to be good attractor, if you want people should know you, hear you, if you want to sell something, you should know how, like the value of that product first. You should know the product before you sell. Is selling. To sell a listing presentation to the client, you should know how to sell a house. Very simple. To sell eXp, you should know what is eXp. Whether you use it or not doesn't make a big difference. You should know how to log in, what does it do, what it can do. So this is very important. Product knowledge is very important actually. So let me not spend more time on that. Then enterprise, we would discuss in onboarding session. So in enterprise, you can see your commission detail, you can see your agent detail, you can see your equity awards, you can see real-time performance, how many transactions are happening, everything. When you run a brokerage, you want to see what's happening in your brokerage, what commission I'm getting. So everything is there. They have linked this to SkySlope. Whatever transaction you're uploading there, you can see everything. Then we have SkySlope, as you know, most of you might have used it. Think over, you are a team leader, you're a broker, you own a team, and there are 900 transactions. Can you manage them on emails like a typical broker does? No, it's very difficult. Right now, 1011 transactions going on, where with pre-construction everything. I can show you my SkySlope. 1000 transactions. How do you remember them? SkySlope. Because if you want to scale, you need to have a model where you can have as many transactions as possible. So sign the document digitally is possible. Run your business with top grade security features. Workplace. How many of you have used Workplace? How many of you downloaded the app of Workplace? If not, please download it, because there are so many groups. It's like Facebook. Once we do onboarding, we'll discuss that. So it's like Facebook of eXp, where you have all the groups, all the chat options. You can talk to Glenn Sunwood directly. You can talk to the area manager directly. This is the best way of communication in eXp. And we have a team Ryan group there in Workplace. You can use that also if you want to communicate. You have many people keep asking me, how do I find number of somebody? Go to Workplace. It's there. Everybody's phone number, email ID is there. You need not to ask me. So start using these tools. The problem here is most of you are not using. We are using WhatsApp a lot, but there is a lot of other things. So you can communicate, and a lot of information you'll get about company, and there are so many there are some groups which are related to listings. There are some groups related to role plays, assignments, pre-construction. Everything is there. Go and check it. KV Core, mastermind group. It's not costing you anything. Go and just browse those groups. KV Core, as you know, one of the best tools for lead generation and lead management. So, of course, we are offering Follow Boss separate, but we cannot offer Follow Boss to thousands of people. So, KV Core eXp is giving you complimentary as a part of your package. So, you should know about KV Core also. And many brokerages are moving to KV Core because they want to compete with eXp. But again, we don't have one thing, we have 100 things. Marketing and branding, you can design your business card, brochures, signage. Regis. How many have you registered for Regis yet? And how many have been to Regis without our office? Like, have you been to Regis? 1, 2, 3. Guys, you should go at least. So you should register for Regis. You'll get a membership ID, download the app. There will be membership ID number, go and visit. So you get access to all 3,800 Regis offices all around the world, not only in Canada, not in Ontario, but all around the world. Like you are in US, you can use any Regis office there. You are in Australia, you can use the Regis office there because of eXp. Anywhere in the world. So this is another thing. And just for information, guys, if you go and ask Regis this cost of this package, they charge 120. Like you can buy this from Regis directly also. So 120 is the only cost for this package. It's called gold membership, they call it. So if you add 120 for this KV Core, if you go and buy directly, it would cost you some 600 bucks. USD. If you add all this, the total worth of all these tools is more than 1,000 a month. And how much you are paying? Only 139 Canadian. 80-20 is the split, as you know. 16,000 is the cap. Once you do 16,000, once you do 80,000, 100% commission start coming to you. Once you do 20 more transactions, you become icon, as you know. This we'll discuss in the morning. Yes, sir. Icon is, let me tell you, what is icon? So after 1 year, they will see your production, they will evaluate you, they will award you icon, they will officially give you a badge of icon. And then to get the 16,000, there is a condition like you get 8,000 worth of share, you need to attend one seminar, you have to give one training. There is some things that you need to qualify, do it actually, because they want people to give back to the community. So there are a lot of icon trainings happening. So it's not icon are giving just because they want to give. Icon have to train other agent is their responsibility by eXp. So you have to be in eXp to get icon or those benefits. If you have left, then how do you get it? Because there are, other than production, there is a criteria like I just said, trainings, you have to attend one seminar. Yes, so you have to be in eXp, you have to fulfill those requirements because they want the person should contribute back. You become icon, now train others how you become icon. And there is a mentorship program also in eXp, by the way. Most people don't know, and it is not very active. Again, Angela discussed yesterday, they are going to start. So this mentorship program was, I think you need to pay 20% split and up to 3 deals. You have to pay that. And anybody, you can have a mentor in eXp, and the person would help you to do those 3 deals, and you have to pay, for 3 deals, you have to pay the split. Officially, that mentor will be assigned by eXp, and so eXp take care of those deals. So you can nominate yourself to be mentor, and anybody in eXp could take help from you. So this is there is a program, proper mentorship program in eXp. It could be any revenue. It could be less revenue also. Let's say you're doing lease deal only. Let's say you're doing lease deal, the commission is only 3,000. So 20 deal would be only 60,000. Still you can become icon. Transactions, it could be any. It could be pre-construction also, but paid commission. Not the referral agreement. So let's say you get 25% commission from pre-construction deal, that's counted. That's your full transaction actually. So that's a good question you have asked. Let's say you are working with somebody outside, and the deal is you have 50% referral you have to get. So that 50% would be 100% for you because you have got 100%. For you it's a one transaction. Yeah. Okay, all good. So this is now. Yeah. Yes, they see the paid commission time, not no, they see the closing. So when the closing happens, let's say your anniversary is on 1st of February, the closing happens on 25th of January, and commission come late, still they're fine. They can count 25th of. When the closing happens, when you're getting commission actually. When the closing happens or when the commission received. Either these two things. The commission should receive. If there is no commission, you can write as many deals as you want.
For the receipts is closing date, right?
Yeah. But see, let me tell you, pre-construction people, why there are less icon in our team? Because we are doing a lot of pre-construction. But what would happen after 1 year? Now, once you start getting the commission, so pre-construction, you do work today, but you get paid after 2 years, 3 years. Think about the time what we sold last year, and when these houses are closing 2024. We would have, I think, 100 icons in our team only. So, again, I understand pre-construction is tricky. Getting icon first year is difficult, but of course, there are so many resale agents who are anyway doing 30 transaction, 25 transaction. Why don't you go and talk to those top producers? So easy. Tell them. Most people don't even know this. Most people think eXp just a member making scheme and they have some revenue share system and all. They don't even know they can get their 100% money back. This could be a big motivation for a person who not taking from anything from the brokerage. They have their own office. Many agents have their own offices. They are doing 30 transactions a year consistently. They are paying around 30 to 40,000, 50,000 to the brokerage. Especially the commercial people. They are doing big deals. If there even 5% becomes very big amount. Why don't you talk to them? So easy. Straightforward. Easy. Tell them. Sir, you get 100% back.
So I have a question. Like if somebody is doing commercial deals and they are just doing 4 or 5 deals in a year and they are making like more than $500,000, so that means they can never become an icon?
They will not become icon, but the advantage they get, let's say they are making 5 million and they 5% is almost 250,000. So 250,000 they have paid commission to the brokerage. Here you are paying only 16,000. Even if you are not getting 16,000 back, still the cap is 16,000. Even if you don't get it back, but there is a limit. Forget about icon. You have a cap of 16,000. That's it. Most top producing agent, if they're making more than 300,000, they're giving more than 15,000. Very simple math. 5% is anyway there. Then there is a transaction fee. Then there is a desk fee. There is a monthly fee. Remax. You're paying almost 1,000. Desk fees, Remax Integra fees, Remax Ontario fees. Add everything and you see.
And there is a benefit like they can make their own team and the team can work for them. And
Yes. Definitely. So as I said, till now we have not discussed revenue share yet. So much to add, so much to discuss. Now for revenue share we have, of course, in the morning we'll discuss in detail. I will not spend more time on this.
No, I think it's a fair point. A lot of people say that they keep getting calls about eXp and they consider this as a,
They know not more than this.
Yes.
I'm telling you. If you sit with people, you will be surprised. There are some big brokerage owner, like they're struggling because their team is leaving to eXp, but they don't even know the model. Like if you tell with them, and when you sit with them, and let's say they're a boutique brokerage, sit with them, tell, see, you want to come first, or your team will come and then you need to come with them. You want to be the first, because eventually people will move to eXp. Eventually, this model will be the most prevalent model. Eventually, there would be 500,000 agents. Eventually, there would be 1 million agent. It is gonna be, it's gonna be very big. We follow US. US 80,000 agent. US would be 200,000 agent. After 3 years, we would have at least 50,000 agent in next 4-5 years. So, you want to be the part of this change, or change the world, or let everybody change and then you join. Up to you.
So Ritesh, I want to add something. So it's whenever like sometimes the situation happens, you approach somebody and they said like they know about eXp. Don't consider they know about eXp. They don't know about eXp. Somebody told them in their own way. I was talking to one person yesterday. I said like we had a plan for a meeting. What happened? He said like I'm running very busy. I said no, I'm not going to change the broker. I said did I tell you? Did I ask you? I haven't asked you to change your brokerage. I said we want to have a meeting. So like don't take it when somebody say they know about eXp. Consider they don't know anything about eXp.
Most of you are knowing about eXp today in detail.
So they feel they know, but they don't know. Right? So that's why bring the people, tell them in their own way. So when you feel like you are satisfied, you have given them the exact right information, then you can say the person knows about eXp. Otherwise people think they know about eXp, but they don't know about eXp.
And when you click this slide, you can see that revenue share what we discussed in the morning. And maybe for motivation purpose, once more time, let's try to put, I think everybody can bring 20 or 10 agent in a year. Is not very difficult if you are working, put some time. And if everybody bring two agents, so you are at 1270 agents actually. It might take time, but again 10, 20, 20, 40, 40, 80, 80, 160, 320, 640, 10. So if you add everybody, it's like 1270. And if 1270 agents are there, you are making 539,000 and 44,000 monthly. And that's too when you have only 10 direct. So let's say if you have more 15 direct, then you're not losing level 3. We discussed in the morning, so I don't want to spend more time. See this calculator, use it, you'll understand.
Where's the link?
This in this presentation only. So once you click here, you will get the link to this. Play around with calculators, see multiple times a day, think over it.
Actually,
take a printout and put in front of you.
These things are going to happen. Definitely we want to show you these things, but first take baby steps. When you take baby steps, ultimately you are going to get there. But when you start from there, might be it looks like how we gonna get there. Just focus for 5 agents and those 5s turning into 2 each 15. Just keep a goal for this. With this amount, you can get like if you attract 5 people into 28, it becomes 14,000 and those 5 bring 2 each, 10 into 32 becomes 32,000. 32 plus 14. 46? 46,000. So what did you do? And you can do it within a year. So you get passive income for 4,000 approximately a year. And if you can do it, other people can do it. So don't look too far. Look just 15 people. Whatever you do, tell them the same thing. So it's not that hard.
So standard model, mega team model, I would like to spend more time with the people who want to build their teams. If somebody don't want to build their team, so let's not confuse them at this point. But again, in eXp, there's a possibility you can build a standard team. There is a criteria 6 million or 30 crore. So let's say there are 5 people come together. They want to build a team. So eXp will see, okay, these 5 people have done 30 transactions, done, good. 6 million, of course, 30 transaction would be 6 million. So they can make a standard team, one would be the team leader, rest 4 people could be at half cap, reduced cap. For mega team, we were mega team, when we came to eXp, we were mega, still mega. So the mega team is, you need to have 10 people at reduced cap and you need to have 40 million and 175 transactions. So this is good for the people who are big team leader, having a team of 20, 25, 10, 15, or somebody want to close a brokerage. Because when somebody is closing a brokerage, they will do a comparison. Why my agent should pay 16,000 to the eXp total? We had 20 agents, we were paying less, now we are paying more. So this model is good for the people who are actually closing a brokerage and coming. Here, the agent would be supposed to pay only 4,000. Again, in both model, there is a star. What? 25% will go to team leader always. So if you truly have a team, true team where people are sharing with you, then both models are applicable. If you are bringing somebody as individual agent, then they can build teams like that. So eXp is the only brokerage who give you discount in cap when you are building a team. So you are a mega team builder, build it. First year, standard. Next year, move to mega. There's a possibility. It's not like you are always stuck with standard. So a lot of people, if you know this concept very well, tell them, especially the big brokerage, big team leaders, explain them the calculation. I did very simple calculation. When we were with Remax, I was paying $1,000 per agent and I was paying almost 15,000 for 15 agents for no reason. Here and there we all were paying split of 5%. If we were making 1 million, we paid 50,000 to Remax. I'm just giving example. Here we are paying just 139. Everybody is getting their own CRM. And in total, if there are 10 agents, everybody is paying only 4,000. 40,000, the maximum amount is going to the brokerage. And from that 40,000, you're getting a revenue share also. You understand? The cap has reduced from 16 to 4, and 4,000 is again split it back to 7 level. So what you're losing as a team leader? Nothing. So all these calculations, if you don't know, put me in front of any team leader or brokerage owner, I will explain them this calculation in detail. But I want you guys also to learn. No rocket science. Very simple and easy. See, the only eXp is very smart. Otherwise, what I would have done, I would have put everybody, all of you at 4,000. Now, what they're very smart. They have a condition. If you put somebody on mega team or standard team, the team agreement is signed, and in that agreement, 25% will always go to the team leader. So even if you do a personal deal, 25% go to team leader by default, whether you put my name or not.
Your cap is 4,000.
Cap is 4,000. So this is good for the people who are building team. They don't want to keep a headache. Who's doing what? eXp will put 25% in their kitty, minimum, every deal. And you can mention in the contract, you want 50-50, you want 60-40. If you don't mention anything in the contract, 25% still come to you. So that people cannot misuse this, abuse this. If you're abusing it, then you're getting 25%. So this is a smart model where you are building a team and benefit is got by the people who are actually part of team. Because 25% would go anyway, like whatever team model you have. You would have 50-50, 60-40, 75 is the, like, no way people pay more than 75. We are the flexible team model where personal 90-10, nobody does it. Go to any team, everybody has 50-50 or 60-40 at the most.
Can you change that model?
You can change, but minimum 25% goes to team leader. You want to put any percentage, 25% minimum. Yeah.
I know one of the teams in my area, what they have done is they give kicks back of 15% back.
See,
no, I'm telling you, for the eXp, right?
But it's in the hand of the team leader if they want to.
See,
I take it as a yes.
No, I'm saying kickback, you are doing it and now you are doing this accounting, how you're doing the tax accounting, and if eXp come to know about this, I'm sure the contract they sign is written, you cannot do that. So, like, this is not legal actually. So that's practical. If you have a team of 50, how do you kick back everybody? It's not. So, tell me his name, I'll talk to LC what he's doing. This is actually abusing the system actually. See, everybody can do that. If I had to hire agent like this, by this model, trust me, there would have been 1,000 agents. The major problem eXp people don't come, 16,000 cap, trust me. Big objection, very big objection. They start comparing with other brokerages. They say, I am making only 100,000. I was paying 10,000. Why do I pay 16,000? I was making only 15, whatever. So I would have advertised 4,000 come to Team Ryan. No, not at all. If some people, if they are there, I still tell them, I will not give you. And initially few people, I said, okay, I will take care of you. But now anybody who's there on 75, 25 comes. I would support you in some other deal, that's another thing. But we are not going to give anybody anything back. Now, if you're giving it back, then you're actually abusing the system. So eXp gave you a system, you're trying to manipulate it. And if they come to know, I think there would be serious action against the team leader. Because you cannot do it actually. If this was possible, why don't eXp do it themselves then? So the target is, this is official figure from eXp slide only, is not my figure. 500,000 agent worldwide. This is Mike Wells's slide, which he's shown us on Cabo 22. And whenever they put a number in the history, whatever number they have put, they have achieved more than that before time. So 500,000 agents are gonna come to eXp in next 5 years. 50 countries are coming. We are only 80,000 plus agents. 420,000 more agents are joining eXp next to 5 years. How many you want to sponsor or bring into the system? Decide. You decide. Up to you. There would be some people who would not bring even a single person. There would be some people who would bring thousands in this room, I'm telling you. You need to decide what you want to do. And this is the plan, this is the future. And 10 years, there would be 1 million plus agents. You need to decide. You want to be the part of change or ignore it. So this is the future. And again, this is part of my presentation because I want to show to the agent, whether you come or not, I don't care, people are coming. And people will come. So again, now about Team Ryan. Now this presentation, the way you want to design it, you design it. The content I have put it here, anybody can use it, and we are gonna give you these facilities what I'm putting it here. But of course, other than leads, everything is scalable. Like Home Optima is scalable. Assignment portal is scalable. Follow boss at a level is scalable. But leads are not scalable. So don't bring people for leads. Just bring them for system. We would train them, teach them how to get leads, how to generate leads. So now next slide would be about our team. So we have 80,000 plus database after adding Home Optima, 40,000 pre-construction, 40,000 resale. We have 150 plus now, 160 actually. We have external agent network also. We have 500 plus pre-construction sold last year. 100% commission split platinum, access to project lead, office and admin support. This is for the team models, where we have team models. Okay, a retirement plan, multiple revenue streams, stock ownership program. So we have multiple area of expertise in teams. So you can show to somebody, we do assignment, we do gas station, land, flipping, almost everything. And there are people who are doing all this. Then we have listings for all of this. And again, now we would have a formal listing platform, which Guru Sharan will show you after a few minutes. How we are doing with respect to time. Okay, we still have. And dedicated marketing and admin team. So we create creatives for you guys, which you can use. None of our creative have any phone number or email ID. You can put your phone number, email ID. You can put your photo. No question asked. Go to our Facebook page. Always wish Eid, Diwali, Holi, everything. You can use our creative, and anybody in our team can use that. No problem. And then ISA, we help you guys to put ISA. We help in recruitment. We help in putting a system in place. We help in monitoring. We help in, we all do it. So if somebody want to put ISA, we can do it. No problem. So we do give you help for, we have lead management software, Follow Boss, Studio, listing presentation, Concise, Moves and App. All these things are scalable. As many people you bring, we don't have a problem. We have unlimited packages for that. So you could use Blake Corey's. Again, most of you don't use it. Blake Corey has a training system. You could use it. So you can get a username, password. He will give you training on listing presentation, buyer presentation. You can attend his trainings the time you want. He does a lot of training. Maybe Sharla could tell more about it actually. So start using our appliance or I would say our senior partners system. So achievements. Many people would ask you what you've done. So last year was quite good for our team. We did some 500 plus pre-construction, 6 gas station, residential assignment, all kind of deals. Most important thing, our team gross commission was 15 million. Sale was 500 million, and our average team size was 75. So we were 15 when we started last year. We were at 125 when we finished 2021. So our average size was 75. So 75 agent made 15 million, which is 200,000 every agent, which is much more than the industry average. Although I know our team has not done phenomenally well. There are some people who have not done well at all, but there are some people who have done very well. So average revenue per agent for our team was 200,000. Compare with any team, and this is a real number, I can show you. You don't know it, it's not very, 500 million inventory we have sold. If you multiply by 4, it becomes actually 20 million. Very simple calculation. I put 15 million because not always you get 4%, somewhere you're 2%, somewhere you're 2.5%. So I put average 3% commission. And you know how many agents we were. And you know how many were active. So every agent in our team made more than 200,000, which is a phenomenal number. And you should know how to present it. This is your thing, how to present in the market. So we have sold LJM project 500 plus units in last quarter. Then we are working with a couple of other builders. Most of them we are already platinum, and we have access to all these builders. So how we select a project, there is a way if you want to discuss something on this. Now this is important. We have all how we submit a trade record sheet, how we submit a builder referral, how we submit a worksheet. So Shweta, these are your examples. Have you ever seen that? So you could show to the agents, click like how do we submit a worksheet to a builder. So we submit in agent's name. And how do you submit a trade record sheet? How do you sign a referral agreement? Everything goes in agent name. No other team in Ontario I know give agent name in worksheet. Show me any team. Show me any team where referral agreement goes in your name. Tell me, Salman. You know anybody? You are doing lot of pre-construction. Everybody, team leader put their name. All platinum agents put their name. Yes. We are the only team where referral agreement put in your name. We sign a referral agreement with you. And it's most beneficial. Although I don't understand why they do it, their name is going in every file. If something RICO opens in future, they are liable. They don't even know that. But this is a trend. We are the only team where it goes in your name. So basically it's complete transparency, it's honesty. You know what's coming. And if you can trust us, why can't we trust you? Very simple. It's a referral agreement. It could be in anybody's name. You are the major shareholder, 50, 60, 75% or 70, whatever, 90, whatever percentage you have. So it should be in your name. Why should it be in team leader's name? So this is the most important point. Most people don't know, but if you go out, you will understand this. Then we have a 24/7 directory, which we are going to discuss in onboarding now today. So you should see everything is there. So many people will ask you a question, where do I go to for, deposit? Where do I go for accounting? Where do I go for area manager? Where do I go for attraction? Where do I go for? So we have everything. This directory bookmark, you should do it. Today we'll do onboarding session. Neha will explain all of this to you. Then link to all inventory, what inventory we have. Link to broker portal, link to all team line resources, link to pre-construction inventory, expo, blah, blah, blah. As much you want to show, depending on the time. Of course, time is limited. You cannot spend more than 1 hour, but more time you spend with the agents. Try not to do many, bring 2 or 3 agents and try to spend time with them. You'll get most result, even on Zoom. If there are 100 agents, you're explaining them, you might not get that result. Because one-on-one conversation give you the best results. In-house support, we have GNE mortgage, any mortgage approval letter, anything, they can help you in that. We have Moves and App services for all our people. I've sent an email a couple of days back. You can refer as many clients you want. It's unlimited for our team. You can use it. Digital concise service. Listing, we can use Studio. I already shared the credential with you guys. Follow Boss, all of you have access. We are paying for that, as you know. And again, yes, sir. No. So for this I have shared the credential a couple of days back. Any issues, guys, you can always go to support@ryan.ca. Whenever you don't get anything, you just write an email. My backend team will take care of that. So all this, if you don't have access to any of these things, and again in onboarding, Neha will discuss each and everything in detail, what access you should have. So you should see and send us an email to us. We will take care of you. Unlisted space, Gurshan will discuss after I finish. And then we have Home Optima, which Ashish will discuss once I finish. So let me finish first, and we'll discuss. Yes, sir. So MoveSnap is basically digital concierge services. Now there is a buyer who has sold, there is a seller who has sold their house, they are moving to another house. Or somebody who is buying a house, they are moving from rent house to other house. So you are putting address 1, address 2. It will tell you the whole process. How do you move your utilities? How do you move your... so this is digital concierge services. So electricity, gas, TV, internet, water, financial institution, mail forwarding. It will, you don't know now where to go for do that. So they have a full-time assistant available, live chat. You can tell them, okay, I want to do this. They will guide you how to do this, or they will do something for you. So real person support is there.
So it's like a checklist.
This is like a big checklist as well as how to do it, and they will do certain things for you also.
You can hire a mover.
Yeah, so you can hire a discounted mover. You don't know how to do it, so everything is there. All the services are there. So this you can give to your clients. And all these small things make a big difference. You don't give them, they will still find out from here and there. But if you give them, they will remember your name. Oh, this realtor helped me. You are paying nothing for that. We are paying for the whole team. So use it. You can refer as many clients as you want.
And this is not whitelisted also.
This is whitelisted to our team.
Yes.
Yeah, so they will see our team logo and your name. Unlisted space. So this is a platform we are gonna launch for you guys for all the assignment, commercial, and anything which is not listed on MLS, which Gurushan will explain you. He is taking care of this. Ashish would explain you Home Optima, which I think you should spend some time to learn Home Optima. Although you're not using, this could be a good attraction tool, because there are so many resale agents who want to increase their performance. And we are not charging anything upfront. What we are saying, any deal they are doing, we are charging them 90-10 up to a cap of 10,000, which is nothing. Even if you do one deal extra with Home Optima, actually you are paid for a couple of years. And I am sure the way you could use Home Optima, and again you can generate lead, you can generate seller lead, and you can generate okay. So it's not working. Sorry for that. Audio setting, let me see once. Maybe now it will work. Okay, so all these tools you should be using it, and we're going to discuss now. After this, I am getting over. So yes. Home Optima will discuss, as you know now, and after this. So we are launching another thing. I invited a couple of days back. So this is now almost done. So this is a in-house ERP system with Bittrex. So in this we are gonna do social network, tasks, projects, chat, video, online docs. You can integrate your Zoom. You can do Facebook marketing. You can lot of things you can do in this with this software. So we are gonna give you access to this. You want to run a Facebook ad? There's an option. You want to run a Google ad? There's an option. You can't get everything in free. There is some problem in my... I need to restart my computer actually, so I can't help it. Because mic is coming some problem, so I need to restart it. I'm not sure why it's not. Okay. Okay. So marketplace is there. You can develop a website in this. So a lot of tools are there, which we are gonna discuss with you. Not today. Some other day I will have a session on Bittrex, how this can be beneficial. So this would have all the SOPs. This would have a lot of trainings for you. So there is an app. You would have everything there at one place. So rather than following multiple groups, multiple folders, multiple hundred of things, everything we are bringing in one single app. So this is used by one of the top MNCs in the world to manage their workforce. So we are giving you complimentary this also. So you can use this, and again, I just said there will be a session. So a lot of things to offer, and again, we do this kind of sessions which you should advertise. We did resale session, we did pre-construction session. We are doing this attraction boot camp. We are doing this big expo. So a lot of things we are doing. No harm in telling to the people. You never know. Somebody, this resale session could be a reason they are not getting training for pre-construction, assignment, resale. So we have up to 100% commission split, as you know. So no brokerage fees, no team resource fees. So I'm not spending much time on this. So there are different team models. We have discussed multiple times. 50, 50, 60, 40. So you can compare what model has what thing. So this is a, where you have all the detail of these models. So this year our vision is to have 1 billion in sale. Hopefully, with the help of all of you, we achieve 30 million commission, which is double than the last year. If the number of agents are getting double, then we should double everything. Very simple. And the pipeline we have of the projects, hopefully we would be able to do, if market permits. Then we are looking for full-time agent, part-time agent, independent agent, working in team. So anybody and everybody, we have model, as you know. For existing team, there is a question. What would happen to my name? Your name would be there. What would happen to my existing deal? Your existing deal would be there. What would happen to my personal deal? You can still keep doing your resale personal deals. So we have solutions for every person. And again, recently news, 2022, 213 people achieved icon. So see, 1 month, 213 people are achieving icon. It means in a year, almost 3,000 people are achieving icon, which is 5%. Phenomenal. So 5% people are doing icon, means they are doing more than 500,000, which I don't think any other brokerage would have this kind of ratio, which is huge. Like almost 3,000 people are achieving icon every year. It's a big thing. And again, we have shareholder summit. We have 80,000 plus agents. These are the best awards we got. 2021 best workplace. So these are the officially, you can find on Google all this information, all these awards. And again, we are the only team who offer trial period in eXp anywhere. Nobody else offers, you know it. So we give access to everything, and people can see what we are doing, and they take a decision after they see. There's no point somebody leave us after 2 weeks and they feel, oh, something was not even clear to me. So we are giving enough time everybody, and all of you could bring anybody on trial period. We're not stopping anybody. So, Gulshan, you would like to start? Or Ashish, you would like to start? How? First you come. Home Optima anyway, we know in detail. Yes.
Okay. All right, guys. So I'm here to talk a little bit about the new platform that we are about to launch. This is, again, in beta mode right now. And what was the reason why we had to come up with this platform is, I just want to walk you through the current experience that we have with, let's talk about assignment sales, right? How do we know that something's available on assignment? As of today, that experience looks like, you go to an Excel sheet, you search what is available, or maybe you search your emails, WhatsApp group. So we thought that it's a good idea to build a platform where everybody has an opportunity to post their listings and make it open for any user to come and search for it. As you all know that if you're talking about an assignment sale, most of the builders will not allow you to advertise directly on MLS. So there has to be some common platform that is available for you to market your deals that you want to expose it to other users. All right. So as I was saying, this is still a beta launch. What's going to happen in the next few days is that somebody from the team is going to reach out to you and ask for any assignment sales that you have that you want to market. And then we'll work with the team in the back end to get those uploaded here. So the big vision for this platform is to make it as one-stop shop for any exclusive deals. Right now we're starting with assignment sales, but the goal is to also take commercial deals in future and put it on this platform. Right? So what I'm going to share with you is just a quick preview of the website. And again, you can go and check it out yourself. The link is unlistedspace.com. And it just presents you. Right now, we have like few listings over here. This is just a sample. It's just for purposes of testing. But the idea is that if you are interested, let's say in selecting any specific location, you can filter it down based on that. If you're interested in any commercial properties, if you're interested in apartments, townhomes, any price range, whether it's an assignment or it's an exclusive, right? You can search as a user. No sign up is required for you to search and browse the properties. That's one benefit. Unlike any other portal that exists, they provide you to take your email, this, that. You're required to provide email only when you are interested in a property and you want to connect with the agent who is marketing it, at which point you would be required to as a user, just provide your details. Now again, we're making this exclusive to agents in our team at this point. What we are envisioning is if you have a list of assignment sales that you want to promote, I will share the contact details and the next steps, get in touch with our team in the backend to get those marketed over here.
Cannot somebody go to direct credit listing and upload here and then we can?
They can certainly do that, but right now as part of the first rollout, we're kind of keeping that under the wraps for now. We're just not opened it up for everybody at this time.
And also directly list, so that becomes a lead to us.
That's
so
right.
This would give us a kind of open platform where anybody can list the property and anybody can come to the website and they can find it. It's like an open platform.
Yes.
So we are not charging anything for this. So if you open a listing, can you go ahead and open? So the client would go and lead will go directly to you. Let's say if you open this particular listing.
Yeah. And what Ritesh is talking about is, this is our vision where we want to take it.
So let's say if you want to know more about this, so they will put name, email ID, phone number. Here client will put the detail and you will get an email notification
Directly, yes.
Directly. So all leads are going to you directly. So you can work on those leads. And the plan is that I keep getting a lot of requests for assignment. Please promote my assignment. So what we are going to do, we will put on this website and we'll promote that. You'll get direct lead. The benefit is the client will see this website and they can go to the other listings also.
That's right, exactly.
So let's say you have an assignment you want us to promote. We will promote those, but on this website, so that the client will come back and we have more retention rate. Next time if we are promoting, so when they become our subscribers, we would be sending them more and more listings. So why don't we have the option to subscribe for any updates? And
we can, yeah, we are planning as a future feature for this. Was there a question in the back over there? Yes.
I have one question. Sellers who are looking to put a property on exclusive, one of the main reasons why they want to put that is they don't want to have their owner's name on the MLS because they have 50, 60 family friends who are real estate agents, and they don't want to spoil their relations. So my question is, in case that you would like, as the owner of the property, to put your property on this platform, is it necessary to disclose owners' names?
No, it's not required. Like in this, all it needs is, what type of property, features it has, what you want to, in description you can just list. There is no requirement. Yes, exactly. There is no, that's exactly right, yep.
Owners can download their listing directly without any connection with any agent.
Yes, exactly.
we have option.
And who will in that case handle their sale?
If it's the owner who is marketing, who's wanting to market this exclusively, the goal for this would be any users of this platform would be able to connect to that person directly without any intermediate person in that case. So in your example, if the user as a homeowner is coming and marketing their listing over here, if let's say I come as a buyer, I would be directly connected to the seller at that point.
So in that case, platform is
Open.
overpassing agents.
What's that?
Platform is
So,
overpassing.
but
Yeah.
but the lead flow we control, so we can have an option where we can give only directly to our agents. For owners, we don't give them the leads at all,
That's right.
or they come to us first, and we have all these controls with us.
The goal is to have one common platform to at least cater to the needs of all these assignment sales which are coming in the pipeline. So that's kind of the first use case.
Some builders have started putting, you can't promote it on internet.
See, we are not making any money by putting this. We are not charging a listing commission to the buyer. If somebody is putting the listing here, this is an open platform like Kijiji. If you're putting it, you are liable, responsible. We are not charging any transaction fees. We are not. This
Nothing,
is just to,
zero. Yeah.
This is just to help you. That's it.
Ritesh, I have a question. Like, what if one seller is putting a listing and another buyer is looking and they can interact with each other and there is no role for the
No, we can control that. So this button would be our realtor's button. So seller can put it, no problem, but lead goes to us first.
That's right.
We have all these options. Why will give them free?
And the buyer can also contact the seller?
No, we can control that.
Or we can just hide the information
Yes,
of the
yes.
seller?
We can certainly do that. What's that?
Are we all getting our own account?
Individual, yes.
Right now we are starting with our agents only. Right now we are not going to public yet. We need to see how this get a response, how many people come in. See, the success of his platform is by the number of listings. If the number of listings are less than 1,000, people will come there. If there are only 5 listings, who will come there?
Exactly.
So the idea is to have as many listings so that people come here. So this become an organic platform to generate more and more leads and eventually give to you.
And these days, some builders don't allow you to put the information.
That's what you need to do your due diligence before you put on this platform.
Some people last year.
It's like Facebook Marketplace, like a Kijiji. We are giving you a better version of Kijiji actually, where you have all this option and you can even put 3D models. You can always put like a lot of mortgage calculator, and you can even put Matterport. So this is a complete listing page actually. So we are giving you a platform to list, whether to list or not, get the permission of seller or builder, whatever you need to do that. We are not giving any guarantee that you will not be sued if you put on this platform.
This is an open platform, guys. Just
make
realize
sure
that.
whatever you put here, you should have the enough permissions, or at least don't put it so public like you put the unit number. That might happen. Builders were having a lot of difficult time when they were seeing the people are making a lot of money. So
cool. That's it.
So we'll discuss in once we launch it, we'll of course send you the detail and we'll optimize it. The idea is to help you guys as of now. Yes.
When it will be fully active and operational.
It's active and operational.
And for the resale deals and commercial deals.
Resale, commercial, you can still put it. You can still put it. Yes, the platform support both.
So already it's fully operational.
Yes. But again, this is beta version. When somebody is uploading some picture, we are facing, some pictures are not coming very clear. So we are trying to control the listing as of now, but it will be open to all. Soon, in 1 month or 2, you will see everything,
But the whole idea is that you don't want to put anything which is on MLS.
That's exactly right.
Don't put anything which is on MLS.
Exactly.
The idea of this is unlisted.
Anything exclusive, anything that's not available on MLS, you can just put it on this website, and this is what we are going to promote going forward.
Yeah. Okay, so Ashish, can you please?
All right, thanks guys for that.
Yeah.
Thank you, Ritesh. Great session. Thank you. This is, I think I'm here to talk about Home Optima, but this is brilliant stuff. Like this Glenn Stanford guy, what a model he has created. This is awesome, guys. Really game changer. And it's like I was thinking about it, like the model, the 16,000, the cap, the half cap, the whole pyramid thing, and really taking the middle people out. It's just so powerful. Like I feel like it's like internet in 2000. I don't know a lot of young people here, but internet in 2000 was just starting. So this is going to be huge. This is going to be huge. So thank you so much for bringing that up. I had written some points in terms of, I always cringed about eXp, was like this whole model of hiring and go and hire. I said, I love real estate. I don't want to get into this. This is not my core, right? This is not my core. But as you get in, and obviously there are things in eXp that are great, right? In terms of they're forward-looking, they're Amazon of real estate and all that. But also those avatars and all those, I never felt, I'm a techie, kind of, right? Quite a bit involved in Home Optima and the deep end and all that, right? But I never really enjoyed that. But actually things are changing and we are evolving, the industry is evolving. And the beauty of eXp is, I think, the business model, the way they have constructed everything, right? Things like what we missed when I was thinking of eXp, obviously Ritesh was one of the reasons, and his vision and my vision, and how we want to kind of bring Home Optima and things like that and kind of help everybody. But I didn't like there was no office, right? I didn't like, there was no broker to talk to. You couldn't talk to a broker, right? Like you would go in a traditional office. Brand was okay, but Remax is more known, right? eXp is coming, but it's okay. The 80-20 split, which is like, okay, 16,000 cap, okay, that helps, but that was kind of for agents who don't do a lot of production. That's an issue, right? So it's just like a recruitment company rather than a real estate company. This kind of misconception or something like, and that was really, I was very reserved in terms of, is this the right place for me, because I don't really belong here. But things have changed. Now, I would say the last week has changed, to be honest. Like I always thought that, this whole hiring, recruiting was kind of outside the realm of real estate. But you really don't need an office. I worked 3-4 years in real estate, 150 deals. I really went to office like maybe 5 times. So really, we don't really need an office.
there are 5 brokers instead of 1, right? So whenever I have question, I go to this, what workspace? What is it called? Workspace. You go, you write something, you have an answer right away, right? 10 o'clock in the night, whatever, right? It's really powerful, fastest growing, and so much money was given back to the agents, right? So this is big, right?
So
2 billion.
4 billion was
4
eXp's revenue last year, and eXp paid almost 2 billion back. So 2 billion amount was distributed between the agents through this revenue share.
So that is really big, right? It's basically now, but still I'm on the fence. Like when I go to somebody and I talk to them. Yesterday I had I was putting an offer. I talked to the listing agent, and they were talking, and then we just started. He said, like, what brokerage eXp I've heard, and we had a 30-minute conversation about eXp and everything. Like he said, like this is so cool, and for the first time I felt comfortable giving somebody a positive pitch about eXp. And and I was still on the fence, but the tools that we are bringing for building the real estate business, which is Home Optima, right? That's my passion. That's what I would like to that tool and that whole platform really makes me super convinced that with all the good that eXp does and the other stuff that we can bring and add, we can really make a compelling case to join eXp. And I think we can all benefit from this. There's a huge opportunity. Let me just quickly look at the system. So tomorrow, by the way, and tomorrow is we're going to launch what I call is the door hacking tool. And, it was in his pre-con session. You were doing what, 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, something like that?
Yeah.
I was sitting there, and the issue was scaling and the leads, right? And we had talked about that. How do we do that? I was sitting there, I was like, there has to be a way to do this, right? And I just draw on my paper a door hacking tool and what would happen, what the workflow would be, how we can make this so much more smarter, and how we can connect with the homeowner better. How can we keep connected with them forever? And 2 weeks later, 3 weeks later, we have a fully functional tool that we are going to roll out, right? So where we are going at is, it's not just the platform that we have today. It's about what our capability is to build in the future, right? So there's a solid team of 20 people who are working on the platform. Any ideas, innovation, your pain points and all that stuff, watch. For the rest of the year, we are going to see like a huge, in terms of productivity, in terms of decision making, all come.
I'll put Mike's session to 15, so you
Yeah.
can take 10 more minutes.
Take a little bit more.
So guys, we'll finish at 1:40. So up to 2:15, 35 minutes, we'll take a break. 2:15, even if you're coming a little late, please join on Zoom. Mike would be there on Zoom, but here I will put him on screen here, so it will be better visibility. So we'll see you back at 2:15 sharp here or on Zoom, either way. So we'll 1:40.
Yeah. So I was saying is, it's not just this platform right now, but the way we will innovate for the rest of the year, you'll be blown away. And it will keep going. We'll always be ahead. You will always have things to tell to other people outside who you want to bring in the company, right? To kind of, so let's quickly talk about Home Optima. There's a lot of stuff here, and I've done some small sessions. We want to do so much more sessions, just tied up with kind of connecting all the dots together and kind of cleaning up things. More work needs to be done. The first piece is, as we start, is the lead acquisition, right? So how do we get the lead? We talked about that in the resale session. There is online leads and there is door knocking leads, right? Physical, online, on-site leads. And so how do we really use the online and to kind of bring more people in? We have a top-rated mobile app. There are about 50,000 people on the app. We can bring more people in there. And there's a website with a lot of content. So there's this whole online thing. And then you have a personal database nurturing. This is super powerful. I don't have a huge database. Only, I think, total clients would be about 100, right, with the 150 deals. But I have actually converted at least, I would say, 10, 15 extra deals by just connecting people together and really connecting that database to some value-added stuff that keeps nurturing that database and keeps me connected to them, right? So huge opportunity here. This is also ready to go. This is actually working on a, you can invite one by one your clients, but now the bulk upload tool is also ready. We'll roll it out next week. Door hacker tool, tomorrow at 10 a.m. on Zoom is just unprecedented. Nobody in the industry has it, right? So it's really, really solid, and you will see how that can help you build your business, right? When you go and you knock a door, which doors to knock, how do we connect, how do you bring those people in the system and nurture, and this is the time, right, as the market is slowing down, build that for the next few months, and you're going to come out very, very strong, right? So lead acquisition, once the leads are there, we need to show your face to the leads all the time, right? We should send, they will come to the platform to see information that's relevant to them. Maybe it's their home price, maybe it's that right home that they are looking in a certain neighborhood, whatever that is, right? So we want to put you in the app, on the website, on the brochure, everything. So Home Optima is a generic brand. It's moving away from me, which was last year, right, to now everybody. So it's your branding and the platform powered by Home Optima, right? So it's like, it's going to be like, we're not talking about it like a celebrity, like, like where we have one realtor and you have like, 100 people in the team, right? No, that phase should be gone. It should be that platform. That should always be there. So we brand it, okay? And then we engage the leads by giving you, like you can engage the leads by giving them, we're going to come out with weekly talking points about the market and what to say based on the market, what's going on, the scripts. Obviously, there'd be a lot of very special report like we talked about for investors. How can we look at all the listings that are there on Treb and find out which ones are the really best value for money, really good deals, so that you can take that to your investor clients and you can kind of, like talk about them and try to get something going for them. With the lead engagement, then you have like, we're going to divide it into different. So there is a nurture. So people who are not ready to start, so they'll have drip campaigns, market direction campaigns. You'll have a newsletter, a tracker, which is tracking their home values, the birthdays, anniversaries, reminders, all those things. So we're going to engage them. And then from the nurture side, as they're ready, they're going to come and they're going to get into tools like a matchmaking tools where you match the right listings to people based on their not just preference about the house, but also neighborhoods and schools and go stations, all those things. Then you're showing, again, your professionalism with your showing dashboard where you can create schedules, send people the schedules of the, the houses they're going to see, and with all the comments and what they felt about those houses and what happened to that property, right? Did it sell? Did it get terminated? All that stuff. And then the offer planning tool, make sure that you are not overpaying. There's a lot of appraisal issues, a lot of things where agents have, your properties have been bought without due diligence, right? And so how do you have something that you can present professionally to your buyer client to make sure that you're not overpaying and what you're saying, the number you're suggesting is really based on a logic, right? On the selling side, you have the home valuation, the CMA tool. Right, so that is a full tool that will help you find the value of your current home. Then also do the cash flow analysis for how you can take a client and upgrade them. Right, how you can upgrade them to a different property. How would that affect their mortgage? How would that affect their monthly payments? Everything like that. Right, so it's all here. So and there will be other thing that we are thinking also for the sellers. We're going to have like some kind of tool, some kind of report that you can actually share with the buyer's agent to market your property further and do the work for the buyer agent so that they can actually show the stuff to their clients and really get a buy-in on why we are asking a certain price and what are the really good things about the property, right? So this whole thing is being powered by not like, we just bought a server to commit for another years. Just the server was $10,000 US, just for the database itself. We committed, right? So a lot of kind of really solid backbone to power this. Go ahead, please, yes. I would say in the next 3 months, we should see the scope of this going to all Southern Ontario, all these tools getting very tightly knit and everybody kind of understands the process and the workflow and what to do when. Somebody just asked me the other day, they said, hey, I want to do a CMA for this listing that's in the market. And I said, but it's just not doing it for me. I said, don't use the CMA because you have listing that's active in the market. Use the offer planning tool because you're almost like putting an offer, right? You're finding the value. So there are tools, where should they be used? What's the right fit? What's the use case? All those things. This will all be clear in the next 3 months, okay? But you have things that you can use right away. Tomorrow would be the one really good one. If you want to build your database, it's like every door you knock, they have done some calculations, it's about $100 you get for every door you knock, even though you get something or not get something, even if you don't meet that person. So it's powerful. Build your database, bring people on the software, and then nurture them, and then intercept when they're ready, which you will see in the back end with the follow-up boss.
Well, hey, it's an honor to get to talk to you guys. My name is Mike Gerbic, for those of you who don't know me, one of your business partners. I'm based in Puerto Rico. I live there full time, but I used to own a real estate company in the Midwest of the United States. So we operated in Kansas and Missouri, and I owned 6 offices. We had about 70 agents on our team, and grew that to being the 9th largest real estate team in the United States.
Recording in progress.
And just super blessed, just surrounded myself with some amazing team members. So much like Ritesh is doing with your team, I just had some wonderful leaders around me, some really great people. We sold 7,500 homes over the course of my career. But so I'm really blessed to have had that experience. It gives me a lot of experience to draw on to be a coach. And so that's what I've been doing for the last 4 years, is coaching some of the top teams in the United States, some of the top teams in the country. And my objective here today is not to talk about selling homes, but rather building a company. Because as all of you know, selling real estate is extremely transactional, right? You work once, you get paid once. Work once, get paid once. And we just rinse and repeat over and over. So let's take like 20 seconds, turn to your neighbor and tell them how many homes you sold in 2019, real quick. And if you weren't in the business in 2019, tell them how many homes you sold last year. All right? If you're in chat, you can put it in the chat. Now tell your neighbor how much that pays you this month. Everybody's giving me a puzzled look, right? It's because this is a finite business that we're in. In fact, it's not investable. Real estate brokerages in general are a horrible business model. They're not super profitable, and there are no assets. Agents can get up and walk away, right? There are no real assets in a real estate brokerage, and there's no monthly recurring revenue, MRR, right? So everything we do in real estate is extremely transactional. And so if we want to really move into building of a company, not just selling real estate, then we get a taste of, as agents, what it's like to be a broker owner. Because that's what we are at eXp. We're all broker owners. We all own this company together. Right? I'm a shareholder, you're a shareholder. We all own pieces of a company, but we didn't have to invest a substantial amount of capital. We didn't have to risk capital or, our license. We don't have to be the broker, right? We have all those tools already set up for us. All we have to do is go and fill the seats on the bus. The bus is already going someplace. It's packed. We just got to fill the seats, right? It's a whole lot easier. Agree? Right? So we get to come along and help build a company alongside each other. We get to lock arms with one another and help each other drive revenue, increase business. But we do that through, just like Dave Linegar did at Remax, by recruiting agents, right? So I can list a buyer and I can list a seller, but I get paid once. And if I list an agent, I get paid every time they sell a house, right? It's called monthly recurring revenue. Brokers figured this out a long time ago. And it's just now in this last, 10 years that eXp has been around that we're, as agents, starting to come to this realization that we have an opportunity to start building wealth, right? Guys, let me tell you how wealth is spelled. Time. Time. Wealth is measured in time. How long can you survive after you stop working? If you can't work tomorrow, if you can't sell real estate tomorrow, how long does that money survive? It's a finite resource, right? Time is. So is money, right? So I want you thinking in your mind today, as we have our conversation together, like, what is the monthly recurring revenue you need that you can get to come in that has nothing to do with you selling a house? Nothing. I'm not saying everybody stop selling real estate. That's the business we're in. I just don't want you to have to. Does that feel different? Right? I don't want you to have to out of desperation or of need. Do it because you love it and you want to. Right? Because it gives you choices. Wealth gives you choices. Right? It gives you freedom. A couple of years ago, 2.5 years ago, roughly, I started coaching one of our business partners who joined us at eXp. And it's a little bit emotional for him and somewhat for me too, but he told me at the time when we first started working together, he says, my daughter doesn't think she has a dad because she never sees me, because he worked 12 hours a day. And when the daughter was old enough to realize that he was working, she hated what he did for a living. I want you guys to realize that. It's like, this business can do a lot of things for us. It can fund our life, but it can also take a lot from you. It can take from your family. Time you won't get back, right? So I want you thinking in terms of how we together are helping each other build a quality of life, not just higher income. Yes, that's great. I want you to have a quality of life. I want you to have freedom and time freedom that only comes by having true wealth, which is the wealth that doesn't come by you trading an hour of your time for it. Right? Does that make sense, guys? And I got good news. There's only one person you ever need to recruit. One. The person in the mirror. Right? The person in the mirror is the one person you have to recruit. And after you've done that, the rest of it is the rest of your work is done. Right? Because if that person believes strong enough in their goals and their vision, in the idea of financial freedom, and you want to liberate some other agents also, let's face it, our industry has failed us, completely failed us with giving us a dignified retirement plan. If you were selling insurance or if you owned a dental practice, you would have a path for retirement of some sort, right? There would be a way to sell your book of business. In real estate, what happens? You guys ever been to a realtor retirement party? They don't exist. They're called a funeral, right? And it's just sad because real estate agents are some of the hardest working people I know, like hardest working people. I love them to death. I respect them because they're willing to wake up unemployed every day and go work their rears off to make a living and provide for their family. And it's a great living. If we work it right, it can make an incredible living. But money doesn't continue when you stop working. Guys, that's what eXp affords you, is the opportunity not just to be a shareholder in the company and build equity in the company, but to get a piece of the cash flow of the company that you help to generate by helping to bring on good quality agents to the brokerage. And they will reward you forever, not just the first year, forever. Right? That's why we're the fastest real estate growing brokerage in history. We're the largest independent real estate brokerage in the world. We're not a franchise, largest independent real estate brokerage in the world. In the last 3 years, we've added 60,000 agents to the company. Keller Williams added 2,000 during that same period of time. Wow. Right? We're onto something. Why? Like what's so different? Why are top agents, top teams, top brokers making this move to eXp? And I'll tell you why. And I alluded to it already. And I learned it in Cabo in 2021. So not this year, but actually a year ago, the Cabo mastermind we had. And I was in the sports bar in the evening playing pool, and I was talking to the CFO, Jeff Whiteside. And Glenn Sanford was there, and Glenn Stearns was there, and Grant Cardone was there, all hanging out in the sports bar. And I was talking to the CFO, and there were people, just one after another, people kept going up to Glenn and talking to him, and some version of the words would come out of their mouth. Thank you, Glenn, you changed my life. Who says that to a CEO of any company? Who says that to anybody in real estate? Have I ever said that? Have you ever said that to a real estate broker? Like, you changed my life? I mean, yeah, they might have like helped you get started in the business, but they changed your life? He said, this happens all the time. Everywhere we go, everybody comes up to that man and says, thank you, Glenn. Thank you for building eXp. You changed my family's life. Why? Why? Right? It's rev share is giving people freedom. It's giving them choices. It's giving them a quality of life that they can't otherwise have. Right? Because it's so transactional. You only have so many hours in a week that you can sell to somebody for money. Right? I'm going to trade X amount of hours a week to sell X amount of homes a month and pocket this money. But I got to do something with the money to turn it back into cash flow so that someday I can get off this hamster wheel, right? Because that's what it is. It's a hamster wheel. And really no one before eXp has ever given us a plan. No one has ever said, here's a roadmap so that someday you don't have to sell homes, but the money can keep coming in. Right? That's why eXp is the fastest growing brokerage in history. We're in 21 countries, booming, absolutely booming. I'm excited for all of you. Anybody in Canada right now? I'm seeing in Canada what we saw in the US 3 years ago, 4 years ago. You guys are about to have this huge surge because there's more agents and the growth rate is compounding. So the bigger we get, the more agents we're adding per month, right? So we're at 80,000 agents globally right now, 81,000 agents globally. And we're adding almost 2,000 agents a month, and it's increasing. Why? Agent ownership, hope. We're hope dealers, right? We're giving people a shot. I don't care if you're a broker who has 50 agents in your company and you own the company outright. Good for you. I'm happy for you. But even that person doesn't have a way to get off of his own hamster wheel. It's a different hamster wheel. It doesn't look the same as an agent's. It's still a hamster wheel, though. It's just a bigger, nicer one. Right? He still someday has to find a way to get off his own hamster wheel. Right? So when we start talking about recruiting, I want to just encourage all of you, get to know your people. Build relationships. Build relationships with people and help people solve real problems. Right? Because the reason you joined may not be the reason someone else joins. And if all you want to talk about is rev share because that's what gets you excited, you're going to turn off 70% of the people that we're going to recruit. If we get to know what's important to them and what really trips their light bulb on, then we can speak to how we can help them solve that. Right? If someone's just not selling enough homes, wants to do more business, let's help them sell more homes. Let's help them do more business. Right? We want to help them save money transactionally because they're a top producer. And once you start getting the stock awards, now they're, virtually 100% company. Some people come over here just to save money. I think that's a terrible reason to move. But I mean, for some people, they're saving $40,000, $50,000, $80,000 a year or more, just switching brokerages. Right? If they're self-sufficient, that may be enough of a reason. A lot of people, and this is me personally, because I'm a coach and I love helping people. I love helping people grow businesses. People come over because they think you can help them solve a problem. You guys join Ritesh because you think he can help you solve a problem. People will join you because they think you can help them solve a problem. I want to sell more homes. I need to make more money. I need to provide for my family. You're meeting a need, right? And most people are going to be focused on getting that need met before they ever care about the other needs, such as retirement. I mean, we're in a room full of leaders here, right? This is like the top 5% of the company, right? So we can have these kind of conversations. Leaders is what's going to build the company, but we gotta fill the rooms with quality agents, and a lot of them have no desire to recruit until someday they get a taste of it, right? And they'll get a couple of easy wins, a couple of friends that will reach out to them after they switch brokerages, and we'll help recruit for them. We'll do the work for them. I know you guys do that for your agents. I think that's fantastic. All they need to do is just make an introduction, right? I think that's great. But I want you thinking way bigger than that. What about that cousin in Calgary? What about that nephew who moved to New Jersey, who has a real estate license? You guys know people all over the world, and you don't have to manage them. You don't have to raise any capital. You don't have to risk anything. You don't have to spend a lot of time. All you need to do is make an introduction for somebody to have a conversation. That's it. Be a connector, guys. Be a connector. The best recruiters inside of eXp are connectors. They're servant leaders. They care for their people, and they just want to help connect people. Be an inviter. Be a connector. Let someone else do the presenting, right? You don't have to do that. If you are trying to recruit everyone by talking them into it, stop it. Right? Stop it. We talk too much. Say less, introduce more. Tell your story. What got you excited about it? Why do you like it? And then make an introduction. And then be quiet. Okay? When we talk too much, guess what happens when we chase people? Humans, when they get chased, what do they want to do? Run away. Right? It's human instinct. It's like that fight or flight. It's like, somebody's chasing me, I got to run away. But if you're not chasing them, but you're just having sincere relationship and conversation, and you're helping them solve whatever problem they have, and everyone's going to be different, I promise you. Everyone's going to have a different problem. So I'm going to share my screen here in a second. Let me see here. I didn't mention this already, but in 2021, little fun fact, eXp revenue shared $170 million to its agents. And we're on pace to have that doubling next year. Think about that. In 2021, we paid out over 170 million in revenue share. That's how powerful it is. That's why this is such a great mentorship model, coaching model, because it's agents helping agents, helping agents, helping agents. We're doing this together. That's why we have a collaborative culture. I've seen that even in your own team and the way your team and your organization works together. It's like that collaboration is key, right? But it's not just us talking about it. It's built into our financial structure because we all have the same goals. And if we can all align our same goals and we all win, when one of us wins, we all win, right? And that's the beauty of this system. But I just want to remind you guys, selling a house is a finite thing. It happens once, right? You sell a house, it's done. The last month that I still owned my real estate company before I sold it, my biggest office sold like 136 transactions out of one of my 6 offices. and it pays me nothing today. Nothing, right? Anytime you're transactional, you're choosing to just trade time for money, trade stress for money. I want you guys thinking way bigger than that. Yes, you have to make a living, but let's also work on our wealth building plan. Let's work on your freedom strategy. Pick a date, set a goal, right? And that's what we're going to do here today. So I think Ritesh gave you guys a PDF that we're going to kind of go through here in a minute. Before we do, I am going to show you a couple of slides. If I can share my screen, I think so. If you guys haven't checked out this website called attractionresources.com, it's got just a heck of a lot of good stuff there. Attractionresources.com. It's Brent Gove helped put that together. He's one of my neighbors here in Puerto Rico, but he helped put this website together with all the trainings that someone would want to go to. I know you guys have access to a lot of great training already that's part of your system. If you just want some other resources to go and spend some time and just get good at the craft to learn agent attraction, because it's different. When you guys learned how to list a home or do a buyer consultation, that's a learned skill. I mean, it didn't just happen overnight. Right? You had to train on that. And this is the same way. This is the same experience, right? But let's talk about what your freedom plan is. Right, here's a couple of assumptions, and I'll tell you what's going to be different specifically for you guys in Canada. But in the US, the average agent closes around 7 transactions annually. I would imagine that's a little bit less given the population of agents in Toronto. That might be closer to 4 or something, I'm not sure. Each agent, number 3, each agent is worth about $812 annually. This is in the States. What I've discovered is that in Canada, it's actually closer to 1,000. Okay. But if you want to just err on the side of conservative, when you're putting together your freedom plan for agent attraction, I want you to just to be more conservative. You could go with 800. Okay. And then because you're building an organization, especially once you get over 100 agents in your group, and some of you will be able to see this, or you can already experience it, is you're going to start seeing, 8, 10, 12% monthly growth. Once you get a very large organization and it's kind of beyond your reach, I have 900 people in my group right now, right? So I don't know everybody, obviously. It's not possible. So some of it's beyond my reach. So I can't personally affect the growth rate quite the same as you can maybe on your first 3 or 4 levels. Right. But once you have a larger organization, you'll see that monthly growth rate kind of slow down. But in the early goings, you'll see that grow by 10% a month or more. That means if you have 200 agents this month, you will have 220 next month, and then 240 something the next month. Right. It kind of grows organically. Why? Because we're empowering other people who also have the same business opportunity. It's not linear. It's geometric. Right. I used to own a lot of rental properties. I had about 300 rentals. None of them went out and had babies. They never went out and just replicated themselves to make more rental properties. Right. But that's what eXp is, because I'm empowering someone else to build a business for themselves. Right. That's the powerful concept here. So let's talk about what a freedom number would look like. What do I mean by that? I mean, what would it cost for you to get all your bills plus some extra every single month, and you don't have to stress out over not having a closing? What's that number look like? 10,000 a month. Some of you have some pretty hefty lifestyles, maybe 30,000 a month. Right? So what is that number that you need to be able to make per month to where you're very comfortable with just not having to sell a house if that if that was the case? So let's do some math together. If you figured out, sorry, let me go back. If you figured out what your number is, you go over here to the right and you'll be able to see how much you have to have saved at 4% interest. So for example, if you want 10,000 a month in retirement at 4% interest, which is very conservative, but that is, I would say a safe portfolio, 3 to 4% interest, then you need 3 million. Well, how are you doing on that? How much are you putting away annually? 200,000, 300,000, 50,000. How many years will it take you to do that? Right. So that we're going over the first option. Option one is you just save the money. All right. So you come up with how much I need to have in the bank or have in my investments portfolio. Okay. How much have I saved? How much am I saving per year? Let's do the math. How many more years will it take? That's option one. Option two is we go out and get some real estate agents and we help them sell real estate, grow their business, teach them how to be stockholders in the company, and find other business owners. This is where it gets exciting, because once you start to have 100 agents in your group or 200 agents in your group, the monthly income that can come off of that, which is passive, meaning it has nothing to do with you doing work, right? You just make an introduction to the company once. That was the work, right? You helped grow the company. So what does that freedom number look like in terms of number of agents? So I'm going to show you the math so we can figure out how to do that. So it's about 812 annually if you wanted to work backwards. So we just figure out exactly how many agents we need at $800 per year per agent to be able to meet your monthly and annual income that you want, right? So we're just giving agents choices. We're not saying, hey, you have to go recruit. If you don't want to, don't. But I would say if you don't have a better plan, let's put one together, right? So agents can either attract 15 to 20 agents in the next 3 to 5 years, and I'll show you what that looks like. Or you can go ahead and save 2.4 to 4.8 million over the next 20 to 30. The outcome can be the same in terms of your retirement plan, but how you got there is vastly different. We want to recruit 15 or 20 agents and teach them how to be business owners and build a brokerage within the brokerage. Or do we want to save 2.4 million and invest? Right. I'm going to give you guys a link, and you may already have this, but if you don't, then I'll provide this in the PDF that I gave to Ritesh. But every single one of you needs to have a wealth chart. You're going to print this thing out, and you'll see a video that'll train you on how to use it. But this wealth chart, you put this on the wall and you set goals for where you're going to be by when. And you just update it every day. So when you recruit somebody, you put them in a circle, right? And when you fill up the entire row, then you unlock that next tier. So for example, you see that top row, I recruit 5 productive agents, and now I've unlocked tier 2, right? This wealth chart is powerful, but what's more powerful is the accountability that comes in with texting this to some of your senior business partners, people who you want them to know that you're serious. Text it to your sponsor. Text it to a senior business partner saying, I'm serious about this. Help me get there. Right? Help me get there. Here's a copy of what mine looks like today. Right? I use sticky notes, little bitty sticky notes. Put it all over the little board. It sits on my wall behind my desk. Right? Get a wealth chart, put it on the wall, look at it every day, set your goals by that, right? It's extremely powerful. So let me give you just a sample taste of what this could look like. So let's say that this year you're going to work with 20 clients, 10 buyers, 10 sellers, and forgive me if the commission income is wrong, because I'm not calculating splits or average sales prices or average commission or anything. I'm just like throwing numbers out there for commission income, just for argument's sake. I want you to just understand that top line is you selling real estate, right? But what if in this first year, this year, 2022, we help you sponsor personally 10 people? By the end of the year, and having some of them do the same, your group size can go to 60, right? At the end of that year, you could be at a run rate of over 48,000 using the average math. Your math is going to actually be better than that because your average sales prices are much higher, right? So let's fast forward a year. Let's say that in year 2, 2023, we add 15 more personally sponsored people, still selling real estate, 200,000 a year, but I've sponsored an additional 15 people. So now I have 25 total, but my group is 150 people. Now I've got $120,000 a year coming in of passive residual income that is just mailbox money. I keep saying that, but it never comes in the mailbox. It's just a direct deposit. But it's fun to say mailbox money. Right? So let's fast forward one more year. You were sponsored 15 more people, and now your group size has gone to 350. And this is, by the way, is fairly typical for someone who's who's putting some time into it, 5 hours a week, just a small amount of dedicated commitment time to put into growing your business, right? Still selling real estate, but in year 3, now I've completely surpassed my earned income, my time for money income with passive residual income. Guys, if I could stress to you, once you understand the power of passive income, you will go through brick walls to get it because it's that important to you. It's that important to you to find ways to get more passive residual income that does not have anything to do with risking capital or spending your time. In other words, if you weren't here, what could your family live on? That's passive income, right? So when we're starting to put together your freedom plan, I want you just thinking in terms of how big does my group need to be? What's my part in that? How many people do I need to recruit? And it's just it's a learned thing. We can help you guys. For example, the next year, this could go up to 1,000. Over 4 years, you would have recruited about 50 agents personally, but that's now 800,000 a year based on the $800 per person average, right? And the numbers get bigger. By the way, I've been living in Puerto Rico now for about 4.5 years, almost 5 years. And I've had, over the last 3 years, a parade of eXp people moving to my neighborhood, all in search of lower taxes, and their passive residual incomes are super substantial because they're all selling, and I'll just show you here. Sorry, they're all building organizations of thousands of agents. How would you like to have 6,000 agents in your group, AJ Maida? It's one of my neighbors. When he moved here 3 years ago, he had 1,300. His 1,300 has become 6,000. Do the math, right? The opportunity, guys, is right here for the people who are the entrepreneurs, the growth-minded ones, the ones who really want to build something big. It's right here. But even if that isn't you, even if you don't aspire to do that, let's say you just want 5,000 a month, 10,000 a month, great. That's easily done. You're going to have to do your part. It's not going to just happen, right? But that is absolutely attainable for you or anybody. So I'm going to share with you guys just kind of a last thought, and then I'm going to go through that PDF that I sent you, Ritesh. The thought really is it worth it? Yes, absolutely. But you're going to have to re-recruit yourself every 3 months. So I told you there's one person you got to recruit, and it's you, and you got to re-recruit this person every 3 months. And you do that by going to events. The next one is in Orlando. So if you're there, I will see you there. But it's June 19th to the 21st in Orlando. If you don't have tickets, please get them. Jay Shetty is one of our keynote speakers, but it's going to be an awesome 4 days. What's great about events, by the way, and I didn't tell the whole story, but what helped me get my start in eXp was that my second month here was an event in Las Vegas. And I got 9 team leaders who I was friends with to come check it out. I didn't twist their arms. I just said, you need to go check it out for yourself. And all 9 of them joined and brought their teams. Voila, 90 people. Right? So getting yourself re-recruited is important. Getting other people to the events is equally important, not just for recruiting purposes, but also anyone who says, I take revenue share seriously. I want to help build the company. They need to be at events. Because if they stop re-recruiting themselves, eventually the light kind of goes dim. And maybe not completely dark, but it just goes dim. Right? You got to stay engaged. You got to keep re-recruiting yourself and just hear the stories, hear the opportunities that people have been afforded and how it's changed their life. We're doing the Build conference in Dallas in August, the 23rd to the 25th. That was amazing last year. Tony Robbins will be back again, speaking on the 3rd day at the Build conference. Phenomenal. But all these events are great because not only do we get to enjoy the event, but we're going out to dinner together, we're breaking bread and having drinks if you drink, and just enjoying one another and swapping stories and helping each other grow. Right. And that's the fun part about what we do at eXp is really getting together at least, 3-4 times a year as a company. We have eXp Con. This is in Las Vegas again in October. I originally thought the dates were November, but it's going to be October. And then I'm going to forecast one more. I know we're going to do Cabo again in March or April. I haven't seen the dates on that, but there's one in between for a very select few of people, very select group of people. And I want to just peek this out to you. For those of you who qualify, there's going to be an event in Maui, January 29th through February 5th, but you have to have 20 FLQAs and 100 in your group. But good news, you got 7 months. Right? You got 6-7 months to do that. But if you want to go to Maui and hang out with us there, that'll be 20 FLQAs personally sponsored who are actively selling plus 100 in your group. We're definitely going to be there. My wife's excited because we've never been to Maui together. So that'll be a fun trip. Kind of a parting thought on this slide deck here is these 2 words. I don't know if you've ever thought about these 2 words, but they're kind of harmless, until you put them together. When you put those 2 words together, they have the power to haunt you, or they have the power to motivate you to do something. And I just want to challenge each of you on a personal level, just dig deep and figure out what is it that you need to accomplish? What's going to be that coal in the oven that burns hot, that motivates you to dedicate 5 hours a week to agent attraction while the other time is spent selling real estate, right? What is that about your life that you want to see different in 2 years, 3 years, 4 years? What's your plan? If you don't have one yet, I suggest this one. It's the best I've ever seen. I've been in real estate since 1994. I've never seen anything like this in terms of opportunity. My wife and I, in just the last 3 years, and I don't have my calculator on, else I'd show it to you. In the last 3 years, what we've amassed in just residual income from the company, if you just take that annual income and you divide it by 0.04, you'll see how much, let's just say, portfolio value that's equivalent to. There is nothing I could have possibly done with my time that's worth the millions of dollars that I just added to my portfolio, if you want to think of it like that, because of the cash flow it spends off every month. Nothing. There's no better return on time you could possibly have in your life than helping us grow this company at this particular point in time in history, especially in Canada. You guys are in a really unique situation. I almost wished I lived there. The weather was just nice and sunny year round. Because the the opportunity is amazing, right? You guys are sitting on the cusp of a huge bit of growth, and we're going to have 500,000 agents in the company in the next few years, and they're going to be in somebody's group. Might as well be yours, right? Like, are you going to be the one that makes the introductions? I want to show you this. I did give a link to Ritesh to this document right here. It's in the PDF that we had. But this is a fun little calculator to play with. You just say here, okay, well, if I personally bring on 15 FLQAs and they bring on 4 and they bring on 1 and they bring on half a person apiece, you just basically you're going to plug in some numbers, plug in some assumptions here in the yellow, and then it shows you how much income that generates monthly and annually, and how many people are in your organization. It's pretty cool. The neat thing about this, different than any other calculator I've ever seen for revenue sharing, is that if I change this assumption, for example, to 14, it shows you how much you're losing by not having that level unlocked, which is a good motivator, by the way. It's nice to see how much money you're leaving on the table every month. So let me share this with you. I don't know if you guys have it in front of you or if you just have been emailed this. I'm not sure, but I want you to go through this later. Take some time to reflect. Do your freedom number. Figure out how many agents you need to hit what milestones. And I want you to put some dates on it. Hey, I'm going to have 50 people by November, December, whatever it is. Put that next big group goal there. How big do you want your organization to be? Put a date on it. What's the monthly rev share with that group, that number of people? I want you to write those down. You're going to do the same thing for a big 5-year goal. Now, 5 years is a long time, by the way, guys. A long time. And remember, it's geometric. It's not linear. Right? So every year you're going to have a lot more than you think you're going to have the following year. In a lot of cases, it's way more than double each year. Right? But what's your 5-year goal? You want 1,000 agents in your group? What's that income look like? Put a date on it. What's your next FLQA goal? For those of you who don't know, this is a qualifying agent. In other words, how many agents do I have qualifying and are actually actively selling real estate? Right? Put a date next to the next goal that you have. Are you shooting for 20? Are you shooting for 40? Put that on there. Number 4 is how many agents will I have at shareholders event? I can't stress enough how important it is, not just for you to come, but for you to invite people to come. Now, I don't expect you to pay for it. I think that's a bad practice personally to get in. I know some people do that. I don't particularly subscribe to that. I think if you do a good enough job just saying, look, you need to get there, I think you should check this out. It could be a big thing. And that's part of a due diligence process, right? They need to come and inspect what they expect. But get your recruits and anybody from your group to an event. I anticipate I'll have probably close to 200 people in Orlando in our group. I'm just rough guessing it based on what we had last fall in Las Vegas. Right? How many people are personal frontline qualifying agents of yours? 6, 3. How many will you take? Talk to them. Be an inviter. Remember I said, don't be a presenter, don't be an explainer, be an inviter, be a connector. This is the work. The events will do the heavy lifting. You got to get people to the events. Remember I said, we're just filling seats on the bus. This is the bus. Right? How many agents will you have at the eXp Build event in Dallas, Tony Robbins event? It's in August. Put the stuff there. When you're all done with this, and then we have the eXpCon dates, and then whether or not you plan to and will commit to trying to qualify for Maui. That's a yes or no. There's not a number. That's just a yes or no. Will I have 20 FLQA and 100 in my group by January? If so, say yes, right? So once you've done all this and you've done what we're going to go over here on this page, I want you to like text it or email this to your sponsor or one of your senior business partners and say, hey, look, this is my commitments. These are my goals. Anytime you make a goal public, by the way, like a weight loss goal, a fitness challenge, anything like that, if you make it public, don't you tend to stick to it? That's why we hire personal trainers, right? We need some form of accountability. This is no different. Work with your team, the people who are on your team who really are rooting for you. Work with them. Send them a copy of this. Say, this is what I'm committed to. This right here. So the all-in challenge is this right here. And I want you to just give yourself a score, right? And if you see that you're one or two of these things you're going to add back in, then add them in, and then you can rescore yourself. But basically, you're going to give yourself 1 point for every checkbox. So the first one here is I host or promote and attend a lunch and learn at least every 2 weeks. A lunch and learn is basically an eXp explained. Could be a webinar, could be an in-person event like you guys are all in a hotel room. You guys can host your own eXp explains and be able to present the opportunity to new agents. It gives everyone something to recruit to throughout the week. Hey, we're having an event on Tuesday at such and such a place, or on this webinar link. I'd love for you to be my guest, right? Invite people into a lunch and learn. If you're going to do that, commit to doing that every 2 weeks, give yourself a point. I have a dream board or a vision board, and I know my freedom number, right? How many agents do I need to hit my freedom number? Have I made a list? Guys, that's the most basic thing. It's like leads in a CRM equals closings for you. A list of agents equals people I can call and reach out to about an eXp event or opportunity, right? I have DBT, designated building time. In other words, I'm spending time working on this piece of the business every week. It's not going to happen by accident. I can tell you that repeated habits over time get results. Even little repeated habits, 30 minutes a day, 3 hours a week, 5 hours a week. That's not a huge commitment of time, but it gets a huge result over a year, right? And I'm using the wealth chart. We showed you a picture of that earlier. I'm using the wealth chart that Rob Flick created. And then I've watched his 2 videos, the 90-minute video and the 30-minute video. I host team movie nights with the Rob Flick video. It's a good idea, Ritesh. Get the team together and watch some of the Rob Flick wealth chart videos and get out the posters and draw on them all, draw on them all together. Right? I have my ticket for the June event. I have my ticket for the Build Conference in Dallas. I'm going to eXpCon in Las Vegas, right? Not only are they great vacations to take the family on and hang out with friends, but you have a heck of a lot of fun and you'll learn a lot and you hang out with some awesome people. My leaders are coming to events. I have people from my group coming to the events. Here's a couple that I think as a team, every team leader should be doing this. And that is hosting social events that you can invite strangers who have a license to, right? What if you had social events and you went bowling, or you went and had happy hour, or different social events? I don't know if I'm assuming you have a Top Golf or something like that in Toronto. Have something where you can invite other real estate agents to hang out with your team. It's not an eXp presentation. It's an opportunity to connect and build relationships, though, right? Are you hosting and attending local training events that you're inviting agents to? It's a really, really great recruiting opportunity, not because you're presenting eXp, but because they get to be around us and be exposed to great training and get to see what we're all about. You're going to recruit more people when they can sense that they're getting more value from you than they are their current broker. When you're more valuable than their current sales manager, they'll make a move, right? And then the last two things are reading a couple of books, and they're really, really great books to get your head around what recruiting in eXp looks like. And these are not about eXp at all, but they're just about how we go about recruiting. And it's a personal invitation to watch a webinar or come to a presentation of some sort, and then a conversation with one of your business partners. Right. And these three books talk a lot about that. So give yourself a score, fill this out, give yourself a percentage. Here's my score. And then I want you guys to decide who is or who are the multiple people you're going to text this to. Take a picture and take a picture of your wealth chart also, and just send them regularly to your sponsor and to one or two of your senior business partners to let them know, hey, I'm serious. They're going to bend over backwards to help you. To have a call with you, to have a call with one of your people, one of your guests, to answer questions, right? We're all on the same team. That's the beauty of the eXp thing, is that we're all owners together. And we're building this by finding other people who are like-minded, growth-minded entrepreneurs who want to build a business. And we're going to help them sell more real estate, show them how to acquire stock, help them save money, and at the same time, earn some revenue share and start working towards a freedom plan. It's not going to happen overnight. This is by no means a get rich quick whatsoever. It's work, but for those that put in the work, there's not a better return on time that you will ever find. So with that, I give it back to you, Ritesh. Sorry I went long. You told me 30 minutes and I went long, my friend.
We're good. You're good.
Pleasure.
I had a couple of things planned, but you have covered. So thank you very much.
Yeah. Happy to be here. Thanks for the invite, guys. Anything I can ever do for you, I'm at your service.
Thank you.
Have a great day. See you.